strength on you with me feeling.
And I'm not good enough. It's as simple as that.
Chelsea. Chelsea. Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. Many men, many Chelsea wish death upon me. It feels like that. It feels like that. It just feels like December comes around and just bang, bang, bang. Title hopes, bang. You want to compete? Bang. It's December, motherfucker. You ain't Chelsea if you don't know what December means. And here we fucking are, December. And many men are wishing death upon Chelsea. I ain't gonna lie, people. Let's get my fucking regular music back on. If you hate the music, so be it. Hold that. And if I get demonetized, so fucking be it. I don't give a fuck right now, man. Look at what Chelsea got me doing again. I'm on the booze juice again. I'm on that orange juice, that apple juice again, people. Funny enough, it's actually apple pie flavor. But many men wish death upon me. Yeah, that's how it feels like right now. Big up P. I'll let you in a minute. Yo, what's good, everyone? Obviously, not everyone's in the best mood. That's okay. I got good news and bad news. I mean, the bad news is, yeah, we dropped points again to Bournemouth, and we looked absolutely lackluster, absolutely toothless. Like, defense just barely did their job. I'll say that. Big up Robert Sanchez, who kept us in the game today, and you know, defensively, we didn't look amazing, but hey, we kept a clean sheet, which is what we needed to do. You know, we just barely did it, but we needed to do that. But the attack had no bite today. Absolutely horrific attack today. We'll discuss all of that. Another one in the injury books as well. Great stuff. That's the bad news, right? We lost, we dropped points, but the good news is that we're no longer 9 points away from Arsenal. Now we're only 8 points away from Arsenal. This is great stuff. Great stuff. So yeah, people, smash up the like, please. Help us all out here in the Chelsea space. Get some more, you know, favorability in the algorithm. You guys have been killing it lately, which is fantastic, and I'm super grateful. If you're watching on mobile, smash the like. I think you got to just scroll up, or if you hit the screen, the like will come up somewhere. If you're watching on desktop or on a desktop version, by all means, you guys already know where to find the like button. Hype up the video too. If you got some hype points to spare, hype up the video. Helps out the channel tremendously as well. It's a brand new feature that YouTube is introducing to help promote some of the smaller channels. So we even get a little bit of a hype bonus as well, since I'm relatively a small creator. So help out with that as well. Subscribe if you are new here, which helps us out as well. We're on our way to 5K. There's a big surprise at 5K. And yeah, description, all that fun stuff, all good stuff. So be sure to do all that fun stuff. And yeah, people, I mean, let's just get into the summary of the game. Listen, there's not really much to really talk about, and honestly, I was so tired when I watched this game that because I didn't get a good night's sleep. I forgot to take notes, but some things to point out, people. We rotated to a stronger side, Chalaba Fofana in the center pivot, which is what people wanted. Jesus Christ, I even forgot Malo Gusto played today, bro. That's crazy. Reece James and Enzo Fernandez in the midfield. Cole Palmer finally starting, gets his minutes in. Had a decent start to the game, but then kind of died off. I think he's lacking match sharpness. Garnacho on the left, Neto on the right, and Delap getting a start in the striker position, which I had a feeling that would happen. And yeah, like Pierre Romero and all the mods are saying, smash up the like. If you're a member, by the way, emojis, please. Especially if you have some of the sad emojis that we have here, use them up, please, because I don't think many Chelsea fans are very happy with results as of lately. But yeah, quick summary of the match. Listen, it felt like for the most part, Chelsea were on the back foot, especially in that first half. That first half, Bournemouth looked like they were creating many chances. Robert Sanchez was pretty much putting in a lot of work to keep us in the game. We just weren't looking very creative in the attack. I could be looking at very one-sidedly, but like, yeah, we weren't doing much in the attack. Garnacho was basically held invisible. He had one moment where he beat his attacker and nothing came of it. Palmer was, doing some creative passing, finding Delap, finding runs for Garnacho, Neto, and all that. The team at times did look out of sync. We were wasteful. You pass it and no one makes the run. The ball just goes. And yeah, that was a good lump sum of what happened today, whereas just absolutely, not a good performance, not good decision making. And it didn't take long before we actually were forced to take off Delap. Delap ends up he ends up getting an injury around, what minute was it? I would think it was I'm trying to find this. Yeah, it was the 31st minute of the game. The Bournemouth player essentially falls on the lap, and he gets looks like a shoulder separation or shoulder injury. He came out later on in a sling. I'm gonna assume it's a shoulder separation, but who the fuck? I wasn't there, so I wouldn't know. So yeah, Mark Guiu comes on around the 31st minute. He didn't really look like he was getting too involved with the match either. He had some moments too, heavy touches, like it just you guys name it. You guys name it. It's like everything essentially went wrong in that first half, other than the fact that we were able to maintain a clean sheet. Second half comes along. I don't think Maresca made changes at the half, and it's more of the same, really. Like, just it felt like a midfield battle where like we just couldn't get anything off in the final third. Even midfield wasn't great. Enzo was not great. Reece wasn't at his best. Reece was probably the best midfielder of the three, but he wasn't at his best either. Cole, you could tell, was lacking match sharpness. And yeah, it was just a hot mess. Sanchez keeping us in the game. It was just not good. Not good. We barely really tested Petrovic on the other side. We had 4 shots on target, but wait, were they even on target? Like, I don't even know. Let me look at these stats real quick. We had 4 shots on target. 11 shots total, only 4 of them on target. The stats will tell you we had the most possession, but it didn't feel like it. And yeah, it just was not a good game. Like, no matter who we brought on, nothing really changed. Steval really didn't have enough time to do anything. Gittins didn't come on. He's another player I would have vouched. Like, let's see what happens with him. João Pedro comes on, doesn't do anything either. Like, it was rough watch. And hopefully, please, this team needs to get out of this rut. I don't want to keep going through December like this because it's really annoying, and it needs to stop being like a December curse needs to stop being a thing for Chelsea. So let's stop doing that, please. And yeah, it's just a poor match, guys. An absolute poor match. Like, snooze fest. Not only just a snooze fest, but also like just poor quality in general. And so, yeah, I wasn't happy with the match. I was actually really, really pissed off because it was a chance to kind of get back into the conversation, or not even the conversation, but get closer to where we want to be in terms of challenging for a title. And not just going back to type like we do season in, season out in December, which is looking like it's going towards, which I hate to admit. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But Pete, big up, bro. Welcome to the show. Welcome back. What'd you think of the game, man?
I'm surprised we didn't lose.
Yeah, I am too.
You know, not surprised at the same time. It was cool. You know, this time last week, we were having different conversations. Still felt optimism. On the bright side, Delap's going to be out for a bit, so we don't have to watch him. But on the not so bright side, we looked terrible. You know, looked terrible on Wednesday. Looked terrible today, albeit for kind of different reasons. But it is what it is, man. There's nothing to say. I'm just surprised that nobody scored. I'll say that. Mainly them.
What do you think Bournemouth did that really just suppressed it? Or was it us? Were we just not up for it at all?
Bournemouth did anything special. They do the normal. They're very physical. There's lots of duels, commit numbers to attack, and they have like solid wide players and are an issue 1v1. But like when we had the ball in dangerous positions, we just chose to not be dangerous. I don't know. I don't think they did anything special. I don't think they would have had to.
Yeah, it's just like I was worried about Semenyo in this game, and Semenyo, we managed to keep Semenyo relatively quiet this game.
I don't agree, brother. I just think he didn't score.
Really?
I don't agree at all.
You know what, man? Today
good
is one of
they
those. Take my opinion.
Everything good they did came off the feet of Semenyo.
Okay, so that's where I say
I just don't agree with you at all.
Take it with a pinch of salt because I was on 4 hours of sleep.
On to Evan Nilsson, and Evan Nilsson somehow missed from on the goal line. He had a shot in the second half. There was a shot he teed up for Tavernier, and he just missed. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Semenyo was all over that game, man. They just didn't score.
Yeah, I think one thing I guess we'll talk about to start off today, right? And obviously Delap here, injury. Are we going to miss Delap? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, he hasn't been doing much of anything. And I get it. Like, player new to the team, new to this version of Maresca's system. He hasn't had much play time with the rest of our team, barring like 2 or 3 games in Club World Cup, and then maybe 1 or 2 games in the league. And other than that, like you could say, okay, fine, you're not in form, you're not familiar with the team, because even in that first half, one of the things that was so frustrating is. You see like Cole or I think someone else did it today. I think Pedro did it to someone where like they lay off the pass and the player doesn't run for it. It was one of those like you were supposed to go for that and now we're just losing the ball for silly reasons. With Delap, he had some chances, but he just didn't make anything of it. And it's getting frustrating. I think part of the reason that people aren't as frustrated is because the price tag was only 30 mil. But it's this player needs to improve and quick because he was highly touted. A lot of teams wanted him in the summer. We ended up getting him off of, United, who wanted to swoop in for him. I think even Tottenham were in the conversation as well. So I know there's a good player there, but it's just not showing up. And now he's got a shoulder injury, which hopefully won't last too long. But I guess that being said, we have to find ways to get goals that aren't coming from the striker. I mean, the striker situation has to improve, but like we just gotta keep finding goals from other places in the attack because I just don't think our striker situation is very good right now. We don't have like even João Pedro's not been good. One positive. Palmer foot seems to have healed. All right, well, yeah. Palmer looked okay. What'd you think of Palmer in the minutes he's played so far?
I thought he was
60
bad
minutes
today. To be honest, I thought it was pretty poor.
Yeah.
But it's his first game in forever. I don't know if it's the toes that are the issue or what it is, but no, I don't think anybody in our attack played well or can be like, yeah, that was a good game. I don't think any of them could say that. It was one of the worst attacking performances we've seen in a long time.
All right, let me see what Maresca said here. Hold up real quick. Enzo Maresca speaks more on rotation. Most of the rotation we do is because the other one they cannot play. But I try always to be honest with you. In football, in life, in any job, there is a level. Andre Santos, unfortunately, is not the Moises Caicedo level. Tosin is not Wes. They have different skills. They are different. If I say to you that Andre is like Moy, you can understand for yourself that I am a liar. There is a level at all jobs like me. Plenty of managers are better than me, some not. But there is a level at all jobs. So for me, this is the reality. I mean, I get it, Maresca. Do you put any of the blame today on Maresca?
No, because I think the team kind of picks itself today. Not like too much. No.
That was a good enough team to get a result, in my opinion.
Well, you're either putting Andre Santos in a midfield 3 days after he played like shit in midfield.
Yeah.
Like, no. Caicedo put us in a terrible position by getting that red card the way he did. Yeah, the midfield wasn't balanced, but how would you have balanced that midfield given what we had today? What would, like, it's all well and good saying, yes, the balance looks off. What would the solution have been given the tools we had available? Caicedo, red card. Lavia can't stay fit. So what would we have done, guys?
Yeah.
Would Andre have been better than Gusto? Maybe.
Sure.
Maybe. But, like, do I think that changes the rhythm of the game we just watched? No, I don't.
It's just like going forward, we looked so clueless and we were so wasteful today.
I don't think that's the center midfielder's fault. Every time there was like the first half, Garnacho and Neto, 0 successful dribbles. We were getting nothing creatively from the wings, and our striker was more interested in wrestling than playing football, so he's limping off with a shoulder problem after a half an hour.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't think today our main issue was midfield or defense. I think those guys in those front areas are just not consistently good.
And that's the annoying part, right? Because last game against Leeds, I was here and I was saying like 1-0 should be enough to beat Leeds. It's not satisfying. It's not 3-0. It's not 2-0. Like, obviously, a team like Leeds, yeah, you want to get some goals in, man. Like, that should be a walk in the park. At least old school Chelsea, that's a walk in the park. The fact that we conceded 3, I found to be unacceptable to Leeds, right? So you could chalk it off to the fact, like, it's a bogey ground, whatever. I can't really chalk it off, but you could at least say, like, okay, it's a bogey ground. Surely this doesn't continue on into the next game. Lo and behold, defense holds strong. It wasn't the most convenient performance, but they at least didn't concede a goal, right? Now I look at the attack and I'm thinking, okay, you had Cole Palmer there. Although he wasn't at his sharpest, I understand he's just getting back from injury. Cole Palmer, Garnacho, Pedro Neto, who is our highest GNA in the team, or at least highest goal scorer, I believe. Enzo Fernandez. So many points in the game, we're just relying on that Cucurella back post again, like we were relying on last season. And it's like, really? We have to dumb down to this again? We just got all these attackers, and we're doing this again against a poor Bournemouth side that, going into this game, I believe they had lost 4 in a row or something like that? 4 or 5 in a row? It wasn't a very convincing stat.
Today.
Yeah, it wasn't good. So, like... man. And on top of that, I think Senesi came off with an injury. So they didn't have their best defender back there either. And we still couldn't do anything. We barely tested Petrovic. So it just goes to show, like, and those of you in the Discord, you probably understand, like, you probably heard me. Like, Pete, correct me if I'm wrong, man. I feel like with this team, we have way too many players, at least in the attack. We have way too many players that want to do the one extra pass, that want to do the one tricky, like, oh, here's a flick, here's a tunnel or whatever, and not enough shooters.
I don't agree with that premise either.
Me too.
All right,
We
talk
have
to
way
me,
too many
guys.
players in attack that are just not good.
All right, so it's just quality.
Three that you
then.
saw today is incapable of beating a man on a dribble and making a chance like how Semenyo did. What Semenyo did numerous times, notice we saw that 0 times from the wide area in terms of getting around a guy, playing a ball into the box, or teeing somebody up for a chance. We got that 0 times from our wide players. And guys, if your wide players combine for like 0 serious chances created or like successful crosses or anything across the box, like the one chance our wingers made was, I think it was Neto cutting in and crossing to Kukurea. I think that was it when he headed it over. Like,
When someone else, the Bournemouth defender, headed it over Cuckoo.
well, that's all we got from
Yeah.
the wide players today in terms of creation. If you don't get anything from your wide players or your striker in terms of link up and creating chances, it sounds incredibly obvious, but you're gonna struggle.
Mm-hmm. Do you know?
Yeah, that's,
you know
that's the
what-
thing. Like it's a player quality thing more
Exactly.
than I think managerial instructions, whatever. Like you can say the team plays slow, blah blah blah. Yes, but if I don't have an elite ball winner in midfield like Caicedo, I'm gonna be really hesitant to just speed up the pace of play for the sake of it. Because as good as a player as some of you might think Enzo is, he's not in there cleaning shit up. That was very much Reece James's job today.
He was invisible today, Enzo
Yeah.
Fernandez.
I think for
Well,
me,
yes.
I think I agree with PR. And if you remember Marshall, one of the literally in the Discord, one of the things I said was that we have like 2 problems in the team, which is we lack quality, right?
Mhm.
That's one of the which is one of the things I suggest like him. And I think the second issue is that I feel like I've said this before, bro. The way we come out to some of these teams, bro, I just don't understand, some of the motivation from some of our players, bro. I genuinely just it feels like to me that is also like, and I think like we start like Bournemouth in Bournemouth game.
The first half was a waste of time.
Literally, we started really poor in the Bournemouth game. The last
Just a
game we
waste
started
of
quite
time.
poor. Against Leeds, we started really poor. And we had like 2. Obviously, who was before Leeds? Was it
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Arsenal? If you shift from those 2, the last small team we played, which was Sunderland, I think, which was before that.
No, it was Burnley.
Burnley.
But sorry, Burnley, we started quite slow. We started quite slow. Sunderland, we started quite slow. So it's like this thing of like, whenever we're facing these mid to low table sides, bro, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, bro, the way we approach those games is just not right as well. Now, for me, we can talk. I've said this before. Is it a motivation thing? The motivation of the players, is it there? When you face some of these sides, you have to put that into question, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, there's the quality part, which is a big part of it too. But those 2, for me, combined, is what is causing, I think, the vast majority of the problems that you've got right now whenever we face these particular sides in general, at least in my opinion.
I think it's mainly a player quality thing. I don't know. The motivation thing, like, it's easy to say that when the game just looks shit.
Mhm.
But like on Tuesday, for example, I don't think they're going to go out there and not look motivated purely because it's the Champions League and they want to qualify in the top 8. So there's like no
Yeah.
team speech you like need to give. All the motivation is like intrinsic. Against Arsenal, against a team like Barcelona, like it's obvious, But yeah, it looks so stale today. But our wide players and our strikers, they give us nothing. And it's hard to score goals, let alone win games, when you're getting nothing across your front 3.
I'm just worried that, and to an extent, I shouldn't be surprised. I'm just worried they've really committed to not challenging this season for the sake of like we're building a team for the future. Like the strikers you got right now, they might not be good now, but they're gonna be good in 2 years. The wingers you got right now, they might not be, hitting it off, but next season they definitely will. And like, how many times do we have to go through that where it's like, oh, next season, next season, next season? It's like, okay, at some point, when does the buck stop and we just challenge this season? Like, I don't have any issues with recruiting the players you're recruiting, right? You see a talent in Gittins.
I do.
You see,
that's the main issue.
I don't think the players. How do I word this?
The main issue. All six of the wingers we bought recently fit in the same category.
Bang average.
Talent, but inconsistent, need to be nurtured. They're all the same person. They just look different. Phenotype is different. Traits are kind of different, but they're all the same archetype. You're paying top shelf prices for a bunch of mid-shelf guys that are going to need time to become top shelf guys. You're inserting them in a club like Chelsea, where fans expect more consistency in terms of competing and results.
Exactly.
So it's a bad environment for development. Nobody would sit here and say Gittins is a better player now than he was in the summer, right? You'd be insane to say that. But what was the point of selling a Nani Madueke after 2 years of developing him, where he finally looked like he might be ready to come and actually contribute, start over on that same cycle with someone like Gittins?
I think fundamentally that is the point. I think at the very least, though, when I saw who we brought in the summer, and it was Gittins, Garnacho, Esteval was coming at the time, all these young guys, they're like, I was always under the assumption it was going to be another 2 to 3 years. Because naturally, these guys need time to develop. But the problem I always say is that
if they even develop, development,
it's not a linear.
Development isn't linear. Development's not guaranteed, but one thing is guaranteed: it will take time if it even happens.
100%. And the problem is when you're doing something like that, right? But then you are also managing to produce good performances against the top teams, particularly at a club like Chelsea. It then produces this thing of like, oh, title race is on, baby. We're only 6 points behind Arsenal, right? Or 3 points behind, whatever it is. And then, the hype comes along. But then, what happens when the players themselves maybe go back to what they were, which is the original settings, right? Against a regular team that's going to basically not compete with you, like go to with you, but it's going to be a bit more defensive, right? Or it's going to be a bit more on the counter because they know they're not better than you, for example.
Yeah. One thing that worries me about this team is, I don't want to say the experience, but to an extent, there's no better word to say it, the experience. And let me explain why. I'm worried that, I don't know why that turned off. I'm worried that this season is going to be the season where the players learn what it's like to be in a title race or whatever. And it's like, I don't want that. I don't want to have to go through what Arsenal went through to get to where we need to be, right? Like, I think, and it sucks too, because no one in this team has ever been in a title race.
Exactly.
And even Reece James, the closest he's ever been to a title race was under Tuchel. That's it. He's never been anywhere near understanding what it's like, game in, game out, what it takes to be in a title race. And I'm worried that this season is going to be that season where, okay, listen, we were supposed to be in a title race. We went through it. We know our mistakes, and then next season we'll get it. Like
no one in this team has consistently competed in the latter stages of the Champions League outside of the guys that came through Cobham. No one has even done that. Never mind like a title race.
I think the point about experience, I know someone just mentioned Tosin. We need to understand, we need to define what we mean by experience here real quick. Experience means that you are a consistent player, able to produce to at least in a Chelsea standard, a high clip, essentially, right? A high rate. You produce at a high rate, you do really well, right, etc., etc. Tosin, if you look at him factually, was not producing that much.
There's an assumption of quality that comes with the word experience that people don't factor in.
Exactly. And you can be experienced, for example, and be a young player, right?
Yes.
So
age age is not necessarily
The
fine
end of the all.
it for me. It's more amount of appearances and at what level are you making those appearances,
Exactly.
right? Like I would never sit here and say Harry Wilson's more experienced than Caicedo.
100%.
I wouldn't say that, even though like in terms of appearances in the Premier League, he probably is because he's been in this league like 6-7 years. But in terms of like high level matches, like league competition, like clearly Caicedo's has more experience.
And I'm just worried that this is going to be another throwaway season in terms of, well, okay. I'm still optimistic about the Champions League, and I think that optimism makes sense considering when this team decides to turn up. Right now, it's clear as day that we look like a cup team. Genuinely.
But can I be honest, Marshall? Can I be honest? Yeah, I could have told you that we are a cup team going into the season, bro.
Yeah.
So for me, this is not. I don't know. Maybe I don't know how you were seeing stuff. You might need to remind me. But I've always seen this team as a team that's a work in progress that was gonna fight for top 4 this season.
I said 75 points and go deep in the Champions League.
That's it.
I think we'll
With the
struggle to
way-
get 75 points, but I do think we'll go deep in the Champions League.
We already have 4 losses and 4 draws on the scoreboard. Like, to get 75 points, we're going to really struggle because I don't think we can afford any more draws or losses. Because then
That's
it's going
not
to be
mathematically true, but
because if we get another draw,
Was it
let's just say we go
14
5
points?
draws, 5 losses.
there's 114 points to play for. If you get 75, you can drop 39. We've only dropped 20.
Why did I think that then? I was looking at previous seasons and what points.
I don't know but no,
Yes, sir.
75 is not even 2 points a game. We can do that. It would be hard at this current point. We'd have to string together a run of wins, which we haven't really done.
This is what I saw. Sorry, so I
Wasn't we on a
mistook my
decent run
information.
before
Arsenal
after
finished
Arsenal?
second last season with 74 points with 4 losses and 14 draws. 14 draws is
Yeah.
crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That's insane. But
Yeah, 28 points dropped via draws.
yeah, I just feel that my logic, Ahmed, came from the fact that like, okay, clearly this team has improved since the Pochettino season. That was clear to see. We ended up finishing on top 4. The players ended up stepping up when it mattered, which they did under Poch again, but they did it again last season. And then when it came to the Club World Cup, say what you want, preseason trophy, all this and that. At the end of the day, there was a trophy on the line. They stepped up and they won it. Like, you know, I was thinking, okay, it seems like there's been a shift in mentality. The players actually look good with one another, playing with one another. They look more fluid. Obviously, we made some changes in the summer. KDH left and Kunku left, so on and so forth. We got new players, new faces. I was thinking, okay, this now needs to be an improvement, right? Like we've been making progress season in, season out, finishing 12th, then 6th, then 4th. So I'm thinking like if the trajectory is up, surely we see some improvement this season. I'm not seeing it. I'm not, and it's really upsetting because maybe I'm overreactionary because I'm looking at this team without Moises Caicedo. But even without Moises Caicedo, bro, like I'm not using it as an excuse to not be able to beat Bournemouth. Like many teams out there can win
Marshall,
games without their best
Why
players.
did you cite how last season ended on the pitch and ignore what happened in the summer window as for
Exactly.
forming your expectations for this season?
I think it's because when I look at it on paper, I was under this illusion that, okay, I understand Jackson isn't a shit player, but for what Chelsea wants and the amount of times he's kind of been stupid in crucial moments, whether it be the Club World Cup or that red card against Newcastle, Delap, I could see as an improvement on that, right? He's a player that's played with Maresca. He's familiar with Cole. He's an up-and-coming talent. People are looking at him. And then you had João Pedro and the performance he had in the Club World Cup, thinking, okay, maybe we have something here. I don't really rate João Pedro like that. I was here when we reacted to that signing. And so I was thinking, okay, we've improved on the striker. We've got 2 strikers now. We're not just relying on one guy. And we have a third striker, Mark Guiu, which at the time he was, ready to leave. And if you look at the winger situation, okay. Madueke, I liked him, but I understood that for the level that Chelsea's at, maybe not that great. I don't like the signing of Garnacho. I didn't think we really did a good job of improving the left wing, but that's only one wing, right? So I'm thinking we bolstered up the midfield, which is a big issue last season, right? We were running on fumes with the midfield. Remember around January time, we were all desperate to get another midfielder because we didn't want to run down Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez.
Did we bolster up the midfield in the summer? Did that actually happen?
I think we did. I think Andre Santos is a good player. I think he's a good backup. Pete, compared to last season, who do we have as backup? We had KDH in the midfield.
We had KDH and Lavia. Now we have...
We didn't have Lavia, bro.
We just played midfield last season.
You have Andre Santos, Lavia.
We have Andre Santos and Lavia now.
And then
Asu's not available. Yeah.
The point is, we didn't have Lavia. We still don't have Lavia.
Exactly,
so it sounds like we swapped Dewsbury Hall for Andre Santos. I don't mind that. Is that massively helping us in the short term? I don't know. I think
last season we had a good enough midfield, but we were just worried about rotation and exhaustion. So to back up the midfield,
wait, we've got about midfielder, man. We brought in Buonanotte as well.
Yeah, but Buonanotte's an attacker though. He's not a mid.
No, but that's more. So was Dewsbury.
He's not a defense.
No, but hang on. But so was Dewsbury Hall. He's more of a 10. Like that's who we replaced.
Hey Chris, how many games has Buonanotte played for us, Chris?
I'm gonna guess like 7 or 6. 7.
This is gonna be his 4th game this season. I think Tuesday's gonna be his 4th game of the season, probably.
Wait, what? No, surely not.
Yeah, it'll be probably his 4th game.
I don't think he's played that many games.
7 games this year, Chris?
I think it's been either 4 or 5.
Cup competition,
right? 4 or 5. Tomorrow's gonna be either his 4th.
Smash with the likes, people.
We're including.
I just want to,
just to be sure.
Whilst you go through that, I think for me.
Okay, so he's played 6 games. He's played 45 Premier League minutes. A majority of his minutes have been in the
That's only Brentford, by the way. That's only Brentford that he's played in the league.
He's played 45 Premier League minutes. Majority of his minutes are in 2 games in the Carabao Cup.
Yep.
But sure. Okay, so Buonanotte, Andre Santos, and we ditched Dewsbury Hall.
To finish answering your question, though, Pete, I feel like I didn't realize how many cracks we were covering in the defense, and I didn't realize how much Levi Colwell's presence improved like the likes of Tosin or like Chalobah. Because when you take Levi Colwell out of the equation, you get the beginning of the season.
I want to make a point real quick.
Do you remember the conversation about Colwell? Like, it's only the passing, like, you got missing
I want to...
Yeah,
I want to make the point that I do also think, if you look at the way we play, right, a lot of the time, bro, it's to protect the defense, bro. Like, the way we play, the pace at which we play at, how a lot of the time, even the way we move stuff and everything like that, it's fundamentally because to protect that said defense, bro. Look at it, bro. We protect that defense quite a lot, in my personal opinion. And then, when we try to then go forward, we of course lack quality, but because of the way the system kind of works itself out, to be a bit more of a defensive one, it actually becomes harder for you to score 2, in my personal opinion. That's one thing I will give a slight criticism to Maresca at times, where
I disagree with you, but continue.
The reason why I say that, Pete, is just that I just feel like the way we work out, like attacking wise, it does feel like it's a bit too slow at times, right? And I don't know if that's more so because of what I'm saying, or
no, it is slower. It is slower than it was under Poch, but my point is that's a vindicated decision based on who we have available at center back and center mid in situations like today. The last thing I want to do is get into an end-to-end type of match with Bournemouth when they have guys like Kluivert, Semenyo, and Evan Nielsen, when we have Enzo in midfield, no Caicedo, and a Chalobah Fofana center back pairing. With
I don't know. Pete, I was gonna make a point, which is
if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like, say we play faster, do we create more chances? Maybe. But we concede more chances than we did today, and we already conceded a lot of pretty good quality chances.
Yeah, I think the other thing to point out, the other thing to point out as well, before you go, Chris, is that I feel like this season, a I've noticed it more than I did last season. But we have lost that ability of counter-attacking as a team. Like the ability to counter-attack
Ain't
really
we said that
well.
since like Tuchel though?
No. Under
Well, okay,
Poch,
yeah, we did-
I
we
can't
did
lie
under
to you.
Poch, yeah,
Under
under
Poch,
Poch,
we
yeah,
were
okay.
low-key very successful.
Most of the time, though, like we're not really counter-attacking,
No,
like, except
no.
under Poch.
I don't think that's true though, Ahmed.
Is that not?
I think this season particularly, there's been a few times where we
I
could
agree,
go on
yeah,
the counter.
yeah, we're not-
actually,
yeah.
we could actually go on the counter, make something happen. But either we slow it down really quickly when there's the opportunity straight there, counter straight away, get that goal. Or what happens is, we try to make the pass, or our player, because of the lack of quality, just decides to do something stupid. Legit, that's what happens.
I mean, it's not consistent. It's not like what we lean on to create chances and score, but I think we still have a counter attack. It's just not. I don't know how to explain this, and
I
feel
don't
like
accept
I'm a
this
little out of my
notion that we
depth.
can't counterattack either.
I just
what do
think
we
like
have
the
to
way we
do?
counterattack is a
accept
little
this?
different. Like
We just
it
scored a
literally-
counterattacking goal against Barca. That's what do you?
Yeah,
do you
that's
get
what I'm saying, like,
Mexico's
I
goal
mean,
was?
even
We-
PSG, we scored counter.
we literally sit
Yeah, I don't
and
accept this.
when people complain about how we pass
Player
the ball
quality
side to
being more
side, there's a reason to it, because the way Maresca wants to play is for the opposition team to step a foot wrong and we counter and we take advantage of that.
No,
We just don't soak
this
in
doesn't-
pressure
how
and then
we
do
play-
one.
How we play doesn't work if we don't gain a foothold in midfield and guys aren't zipping the ball around and like being
Yeah.
vertical quickly. And we weren't today. Like that's one thing that Gusto, Reese, Enzo, Palmer, like they were all pretty poor in those central areas in terms of trying to progress the ball. When we did get the ball wide to guys like Garnacho and Neto, we didn't do shit. So it is what it is, man. Like you can't play, you can't exist in games like today if your front three are going to give you what they gave us. Like we could have tried to counter, but with guys like Neto and Garnacho conveniently getting strapped by their fullback and Delap and Gu giving us nothing, I just don't think today would have resulted. I don't think we were ever scoring today. I don't know. Performance was too shit. I will say,
after 60
I
seconds.
I
feel
do
like we were
feel
gonna-
for the coach having to use a substitution window in minute 35. That does suck. That being said, he should have made a sub at halftime.
I was gonna make the.
Halftime is a free window. Like we only used 3 subs today, right?
Yeah,
It
it was 3. It was 3.
Yeah, the one thing I was gonna make the point that listen, I hate to use this guy as an example here. Yeah, Marshall, no yellow card for me. No use yellow card for me for certain guys. One of the things that I always would give credit like whether it be Mount initially when he was playing under Tuchel, hear me out, and Lampard, and then Gallagher kind of took over this role for under Poch, and then obviously Enzo has now somewhat taken over this role, right, which is the box crashing role. Hear me out, right? One of the things that I would always give them, I think, I could never really kind of like hate upon them, was work ethic at the very least. Like they would, maybe because they had a better engine than probably Enzo, which I would probably also
There's a
provide
clear
that,
difference here.
right? But like the point I'm trying to make is that at least in the role that he plays for us, Enzo, he's more so that box crasher, the guy that comes in and crashes in at the last minute, right? I do feel like this game there was a lack of box running from him. That's the what.
Yeah,
That's
today, yeah, definitely.
He's playing.
Yeah.
He's playing deeper in midfield.
Yeah, he's
But
not
the
playing
thing
a
is-
10.
But the thing
Yeah,
is,
since
I
Kaiser
would.
was
The thing is for me, when he doesn't do. But the thing is for me, when we needed him throughout this game, I can't lie to you, because the thing when you've got that lack of quality, you need someone at the very least that you know can guarantee to help to at least make those chances happen. That's the one thing that I think is.
So what
I
would
see
you
what
have done? Like, what would you have done? Subbed off had just one of the wingers on the bench and played Palmer wide or something?
That's probably what I would have done. I can't lie to you, bro. Yes.
Okay, sure. That's like a better solution than just 1-for-1.
Because the thing is to me, listen, Palmer's my guy today, and maybe it's obviously because of rust, but I didn't feel like he added that much to the game today. I'll keep it real. with
I
you,
get
bro.
it. That's
There
a
was only a couple
more
things he did.
that's a more realistic
Like he did. For
solution
me,
than playing like Santos.
I just feel
Uso.
like I see what you're saying, Ahmed, but I feel like, and don't get me wrong, Maresca likes to attack, but I feel like if you ask Enzo Fernandez to go more attacking in that game and potentially just have Reese on his own with Reese's legs, I'm sorry. One moment you give to Semenyo and Semenyo is cooking that midfield. And I think if you leave that midfield that exposed, Semenyo's there to punish you.
Wasn't he put Enzo as a 10 and put
So Chris, what do you put behind him?
Well, Santos and Reese.
Santos just played a horrible game against Leeds. 2
The
days
thing
ago.
is-
But
But
you
can I
could
be?
say,
Can
you could say he had a horrible game, but that was a disaster from like defense as well.
It was
like,
everyone, but
Yeah,
he was
but-
part of it.
Can I make the point though? I want to make
Reece
the
also
point
had
about
many good
Santos
games, I think,
that
still.
listen, if you're in this school of thought that we're here to develop these players, him having a bad game, right, shouldn't be hindering you from playing him again, for example, right? Also, if I'm trying to back Pete's point here, like this is like a place of where you're developing players. He can at least have a bad game, but you can hope that he's going to improve, correct or not, in the next game that you're playing him, because he needs the experience. That's the
Not
whole
if
point.
he's tired.
Right? Andrew Santos cannot be tired, bro. He actually cannot be tired. Look,
Bro,
I
I
know.
played a
Wait,
game
you
2
call-
days
I hate
ago.
to say it like that, but Caicedo's is playing consistently, bro.
I don't
with
even think
this
it's
guy.
that.
But that's Caicedo. That's
Our,
not
so
Santos.
what is our so as a plan, right?
I don't think
What was
Santos
our plan
is
B? Well, as a club, what was our plan B to Caicedo? Like, what would you say that plan B?
Asuga, right?
ID?
Or
Masuga
Lavia.
was supposedly the plan B.
Okay,
That's what we
sure,
were
Chris.
told.
Take either of the names you just named, right?
Yeah, the injury plan.
So plan A is on a red card suspension.
Yeah.
Plan B and C are both not fit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So plan D, whatever today was,
Bournemouth.
didn't really work well. Not surprising. But when you're down to plan number 4 in central midfield in the Premier League, you're probably not in a great headspace. Like, having to shift your midfield is way more impactful than playing Tyreek George for Garnacho, for example. Like, those positions are just more consequential. So, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, would Santos' extra legs have been nice? Probably, yeah. It's cool because we get to see Caicedo play on Tuesday. So we'll be back to a relatively regular midfield, I would guess. But yeah, I don't know, man. This looks pretty bad without him. Doesn't look great.
Well, Reese is gonna have to stay there, I guess. Until
And then part of it for me,
unless we play
that's
Enzo
that's a
10
good
with
point to like discuss a
Santos.
point, yeah, which is that the lack of a Caicedo replacement right now is killing us too. I'll keep you right. That
The lack of an available Caicedo replacement is killing it.
Yes,
It's-
that's
that
what's
too.
killing us. Available.
I disagree. I think for me, what I mean by that is that because I've already excluded Lavia from the equation, but I'm sorry to tell you, Marshall, I have no idea again what to expect from Asugo.
That's
I have-
you, and that's
Listen,
a you
I'm
problem.
the same
Marshall,
boat. I
but
actually
The
think both
thing
are
is,
on that
yeah,
one.
listen. I cannot say that a guy that was playing. Obviously, I think he was at Sporting Lisbon, and then I think it was Alves in La Liga, right? I cannot say this guy's gonna be a beast for us, yeah, in the EPL, bro. I don't have no idea.
Listen,
There's
that's
no
fine,
data for
Ahmed.
me.
You can think that, but let's also all be realistic. I don't think any of us expected Isugo to come into this team and actually be a direct like Caicedo clone. Like, there's only one
No, of course
Caicedo.
not.
No,
Like,
I'm not saying
even
it's
if
gonna be Caicedo
Isugo
clone,
was
though.
fit, even if Isugo was playing at his best, he's not going to give us a Caicedo's level performance consistently.
The point I'm making is I don't even know what to expect from him. I'm not saying that he's going to even Caicedo or not, bro. I
Yeah,
don't know
because you haven't
what he
seen him
is.
play enough.
That's the point. But isn't that the point, Marshall? Isn't it the
Why are we
point?
talking
I know what to
about
expect from him
Asugo?
because I've seen some
Why are we
games of
talking
him
about
last
Asugo?
season.
Why are we talking about Asugo? There's a guy who costs 50 million pounds.
I genuinely don't get it.
He
He's like-
costed 50 million.
15.
I don't think he cost
He's saying
50 million.
15.
That's
no,
crazy.
no.
Oh,
No,
sorry,
there's
guys,
a guy who costs 50 million pounds on our books that can't stay fit for 3 stars.
Oh,
in the league.
Lavia, yeah.
And he's someone that I know could give me
he can give you
Caicedo
50.
level.
I
thing.
agree. But the thing is, bro, there's no point of talking about him because he's having a chat with the nurse in the flipping medical bay right now. So there's no point of
he has
having
to
the
leave.
talk.
So
has
why do
to
we want
leave.
to talk about Isugo? Like,
Because he's the next option up, bro.
He doesn't know what to expect from him.
But
but he's
That's
injured,
most
so he's not an
of the
option.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He was meant to be the next option up there, Mark, right? Like, I'm going through like the options.
Mm-hmm.
I already said Lavia. I've given up on the brother. He then got his injury. He's also injured, obviously.
When's he back?
He was meant to be back. Like,
Roscoe said there was no timetable.
Isugo
for it.
cost us 22
Yeah,
million euros, by the way, just to correct the notion.
He's not
Again,
getting
there's
surgery,
no-
right?
There's no timetable on Lavia or Asugo. We don't know, Chris. The truth
the
is,
thing
we
is,
don't know.
right now, there's no CDM. There's no CDM in even Strasbourg to say like. let's
Isugo
steal
will
one
probably
right
be
now.
back by the end of December. He got set back for an injury.
That-
But like it's like again like I only want Isugo there to be a DM and that's what he is. But Caicedo is much more than just a DM. So like regardless, like I'm expecting a significant drop off from a Caicedo to Isugo. So it's not like I'm like Isugo is the answer either. Like even if Isugo was in this game, I don't think anything changes. I'll be so real with you. Maybe we control the midfield more, and maybe it helps us create more
I
chances.
think we do much better in midfield with any sort of physical presence to just prevent us from getting played through like we were.
I agree with that, and maybe it gives us more chances to play because we have more possession, we have more opportunities.
Whoever said that, please jump off the nearest bridge. Garte on loan.
Nah,
Garte.
you know what? Just for that comment, I ain't
That's a
gonna lie.
timeout
bro.
offense.
That's a
top
timeout.
two
That's a.
forward.
You know what? Hold on. That's a.
Yeah, if
that's
you can
a-
give red cards to the penalty man, yeah.
Hey, you get
The
a,
thing
you get a
for
red
me
card
is
for
that
one. That's
the one
a
thing I will
blasphemous.
say, the one thing I will say for me at least, yeah, when it comes to this is that I'm trying to look for even a CDM for us to get from like maybe Strasbourg right now. And I'll be honest, their CDMs right now are a bit mid. They're not
Why
even
do you
good
want to
enough.
get another CDM?
Ahmed,
Explain
there's
to me
no
that
shouldn't
one.
be
getting
able to
more.
get one.
There's no getting more. Clear out the ones that we have that don't work first.
Then
Just
you- yeah.
seasons
The
of
thing
life.
is, I can't lie to you, they are not gonna get rid of Lavia because he's on such low wages that is still better to bet on him than to not bet on him, if that makes sense. Like financially speaking.
That's a stupid investor's way to look at football, to be honest.
You
But
can
that's the way they
give
probably
him
would look at it, I'll
25,
be honest with
30
you.
million,
A
right?
very stupid perspective. If they honestly feel that way, there's no point in getting rid of him after year 3 of being hurt all the time. Then I just don't know if they are being serious.
Chat,
Listen,
you're
I'm
confusing
not
the fuck out of me,
giving.
and so is Ahmed. What you watched today's game? What made you think the midfield was like the major issue? I know the midfield wasn't great, but like seriously, like why are we talking about
I
improving
don't
the
even think
midfield?
the play was that good.
No. I'm making the point that obviously, if you can't rely on Lavia or someone else, we need to bring in a midfielder, bro. That's the logical solution.
I think it's just unfortunate. The way things happened, it was just luck of the draw, and we got unlucky that Isugo got hurt early in the season, and Lavia. Well, Lavia, we'll see what happens with him
Did
at
we
the end of
get
the
unlucky?
season. I think the Isugo getting hurt was really unlucky, and it was on international break, unfortunately.
But
But
yes, dude, Locke's always hurt. This is part of the course.
the Lavia thing, yeah, I don't know anymore. That one is
Signed
very
in
questionable.
August of 2023, and he's played 0 full 90s for this club. And it's about to
Pete,
be
I don't
20
know if you heard the manager's press conference earlier today. He doesn't even know when he's going to be back.
No, I know he has no timetable.
That's ridiculous to me. Like
It's
at
not
that
though.
point,
This happens
like,
every time.
yeah, no.
Like at least
like-
Fofana has like played a spell of games for this club, and seems like his body can play once a week.
The
Like,
thing- big,
I don't know.
yeah, big up to Pulse, but I feel like we've already spoken about that attack. The reality is our attack right now lacks quality and is essentially in the middle of development, unless your name's Neto.
I would say
Ahmed?
that's like 75% of our issues as a club.
Literally,
I ain't gonna
that's
lie to
literally
you,
what it comes
Ahmed.
down to.
I mean, money, but
We'll
I think
we'll
the-
obviously.
the goalkeeper hyperfixation that our fan base has, based on this season, is massively overstated.
Exactly.
So, like,
This season, he's at
well,
Bar Manchester United. He's performed. Bar Manchester United has performed. We
I'm
can't-
not
I
even
can't
in a rush
pick
to
him.
replace the goalkeeper right now. He was man of the match today.
The problem is, yeah.
Would I
come
would I
back
be
to-
down? Would I be down to replace Sanchez? Bigger picture.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like, there's so many other things that we actually need to do to be
But,
more consistent.
Yo,
Like,
this is exactly what I was saying before, though, and this is the part that gets me worried. I'm starting to get worried that this ownership will never fix an issue immediately. They'll fix the issue down the path.
I don't
like-
even know if they've shown that they can fix issues. I wouldn't even think that they'll fix eventually.
Yeah, they
But, like,
probably.
The thing I'm worried about is that, like, let's just say, for example, this season, next season, our defense issues get fixed up. Mamadou Sarr ends up being world class, and
what issues have they fixed, Marshall? What issues have they fixed?
You could argue that with Esteval, the right wing situation is pretty down pat. We don't have to worry about that. Midfield situation, we're fine. Backup.
We just had a long talk about how shit our midfield is currently.
Listen, injuries happen, right? Like you can't just go to the transfer market every time you have an injury.
Who signed the injury-prone guys that we're forced to try and rely on?
I mean, Lavia. I'm not gonna.
Who decided to sell the one guy last season who was available all the time? Those same guys, right?
I think we addressed the left back issue, right?
That's European football experience prior to the summer. Ligue 1. So, like, fair enough. Nice dude. Good guy. But he's in that same sort of development category that you need to, like, you need to walk a fine line for in terms to, like, properly nurture. So, like, there's no point in having a ton of depth when all that depth is in the needs minutes, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Because, like, on the days where the sometimes shit is like 5 or 6 of them, we end up like today. We even sold Jackson, which, like, yeah, sure. Jackson bothered me too, right? Don't get me wrong. We sold Jackson, a guy who had 11 goals in the Prem last year, right? 10 or 11 for a guy that scored 12 and a guy who played his first season of top flight football. So it's like, were we wrong to expect an upgrade on Jackson in the form of 2025 Liam Delap? I think so. What issues have they fixed in terms of recruitment? We looked at the center back issue after Colwell tore his ACL. Didn't get anybody. They told the coach to shut up and dribble. Sanchez is, like, actually pretty good, but, like, committed many acts of terrorism prior to becoming pretty good. So I would say on his whole tenure, it's like a net neutral, maybe.
Maybe.
The thing is, there's been
terrible.
Yeah, always shit.
Right back, they had Reese. They signed Gusto, which, like, I guess is good. I guess that's a better position than when they took over.
He's been bad lately.
Center back, I'm not sure. I'm actually pretty sure it might be worse even than what was here when they took over.
You talking about right now?
Yes.
Well, yeah, like,
we have a bunch of guys who no one wants to see play. That's never a good scenario. And our best center back, Fofana, is injury prone and cost us like 80 mil or whatever.
But that's what I'm trying to get at, right? Like, I'm worried that this ownership never wants to fix the issue now. They want to fix the issue 2 seasons from now.
I would say they're not even willing to recognize issues and fix them. I wouldn't even grant them the leniency you are.
Yeah.
No, because, like, even, like, I'm not going to sit here and think that because, okay, here's my logic.
Sure.
The striker market is poor. I think we can all admit the striker market is relatively poor in general.
There were some options, like
there were some options, but reasonable options. There's not many.
We just don't want to pay the wages.
Like we didn't want to pay for Ekitike. I think most of us at the time thought Ekitike is.
On that one, I'll be honest.
Everyone was skeptical. Yeah. Liam Delap was the best bargain out there, considering what he had done last season.
I still wanted Jokeris or something.
In terms of a bargain, right? Like Baltimore. Like, listen, HA. None of us on this panel, including you, would have said Voltamata's the answer. We need to bring him in. Oh God,
no! There was no like.
People were really skeptical about paying for Voltamata's price, and Voltamata's not even been that great this season. But what I'm getting at is that what they did do is got Sapaev. They ended up getting Omega. They ended up getting multiple options in that striker position. One of them is eventually got a hit.
Yeah,
eventually one of them's got to hit.
I think the issue, the striker. I think.
Is that how you should be running a club that spends?
No, I don't agree.
On transfers?
I don't agree.
I mean, listen, if
by the time that issue gets fixed, another issue will arise, and then they'll go down the pipeline for that one.
He's got 7 goals in England, Chris.
Yeah, I was gonna make the point. that.
Oh wow.
To Arthur Peter's point, yes, because the way they run the club is that they are saying we are waiting for talent to and hopefully develop. That's the whole thing. So for them, it makes logical sense to bring in a 30 million Delap and wait 2 seasons to where he eventually or hopefully, you know, if everything goes according to plan, he develops into that striker that they want, rather than actually go outright and spend the complete buckaroonies that they might want to go and get that person. Because that's the way they've been moving, bro. They're literally about to bring in Emeka into the team. I'm gonna be honest with you, Emeka is another work in progress to a striker right now, bro. I'll be very real with you, and he's coming in next summer. Leave it.
He might even come in January.
Right. So for me, the problem is the whole attack in general. I have to exclude Neto from this because he's like the oldest, and he's like right. In terms of it, all of these guys that you're looking at, right, are works in progress, bro. They are all work in progress, and the problem is when you've only got works in progress in the team, right? It means that some of the games they are gonna play absolutely trash. Let's keep it real. They're gonna play trash, yeah, or they're gonna play to that level that you believe them to be at. And right now, I don't know what to say. Right now, the problem is we don't have that experience to bring into the attacking role right now. That's what it comes down to.
I don't even need experience, bro. Just bring me good players.
So it should say quality. That's the correct.
Are we? Are we?
Sorry, Chris. Marshall?
I'm just saying, I don't even think we need experience. I just want better players, man.
The thing is,
Garnacho's not it.
Well,
he has experience.
The thing is, Marshall, listen, obviously he's still at the club. I'm not going to say anything too crazy about him. But the reality is,
analytics.
They believe that he has quality. They believe that he has quality, bro.
I know they believe that he has quality.
So, for me, this is the thing, bro. Like, I actually don't understand the talent idea at times even, right? These guys, they say they look at the data. There's a lot of guys I watch on a weekly basis that if I look at the data, I could tell you are better than Gittins and him. They're better than Gittins and him, with all due respect. And that's not making Gittins. And I just look at that, and the price range is even lower than these players you're gonna get. Like, I come back to like easy example this summer. Malik Fofana was the easy example to go to this summer, bro. And he literally was, I think, something on the value of like something like 30, 35 million, bro. I just look at that and I'm like, that is a guy that's already performing in his league. He's already performing in his own.
I agree with you on that. But you also got to look at it the other way too, Ahmed. Many people wanted Xabi Simons. Xabi Simons just got his first goal and assist in the Premier League.
I was very neutral on that take. I'm not going to talk about Xabi Simons.
No, but like, let's be real.
Let's talk about
a lot of people rated Xabi Simons prior to the season. They wanted him in the club, and you know.
Yeah, but you need to understand, Marshall. I'm not here to talk about guys that are basically ready made because Xabi Simons technically he's not going to change after this. He's not going to improve after this, right? Like if you look at some of the guys that the club I feel like if you look at some of the guys we looked at the time, Malik Fofana was a great example of an upper-class player in their profile that is actually performing already, has some level of experience that you can add to the team. Yeah, right? Let's look at the next example. You know, people laugh at me about Delo. We can actually use Delo right now to keep Kura rested. But you know what? That's another thing for another day. Listen, sorry, I had to the mean there. But
so bad.
Obviously, I said Malik Fofana. Another great example, that I can give you right now that we could have added to the team, right, was and I said this at the time 2 seasons ago before we went to PSG, was Doué, bro. And I remember the club was initially linked with him. Why would not push harder for that deal, bro? Yeah, and the way he's turned out, it shocks me. Even Kudus to an extent. I'll be honest, right now, Kudus in this team, we need a Kudus. I'll keep it real. We need a Kudus.
I can't put too much onus on the ownership for that one because they did try to get him, but I give you the other one because they gave up.
Try harder. Maybe listen.
Nah, he wanted Spurs, bro, because he rated.
Listen, Marshall can hate me for mentioning Turkey a lot on this channel, but I will always be.
For that.
Listen, Turkey Nation was available for multiple seasons.
You just cursed him with that.
Right, he's been available for multiple. He was available for multiple seasons, by the way, and the club said. And now he's cooking at Manchester. I don't give a shit about actual issues. If you have a good manager, that should not matter. I hate to put it like that, bro. One of our best strikers in the football club had the biggest attitude and ego ever, and his name was Diego Costa. Did we care about him being a dickhead when he was doing his stuff on the pitch? I don't think so.
I think my biggest issue overall, though, like, because I hate to say this, and I'm not trying to defend the club, and I'm not trying to like be blue tinted
envelope.
glasses, but like I look at that winger market, and I ain't gonna lie, like even for as shit as our wingers are, fuck, bro, like the other wingers in the league are just as bad, if not
hang
worse.
On. We
Don't
had
accept this.
opportunities. Wait, Marshall. We've had opportunities like Cavachile, right? He was unavailable.
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
Simmons also available. Kudus, I guess, it was available too. Like there was
problem is
wingers we could tuck up as well.
the problem is, guys, right
Hey,
now.
let Chris finish. Let Chris finish.
Oh,
No,
sorry,
I think those are the three like top of my head. Like we was kind of lingering around and looking at. We could have potentially got, especially Simmons as well. Instead, we got Garnacho.
I do think, by the way, this is another good point that we should ask ourselves. We are going to be stuck with some of these guys for at least 2 years, by the way, for at least 2 years, because that's the way they do stuff around here. So that means Gittins is probably going to be here next season.
There's exception to the rule.
I don't think so. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think
Vega's
Gittins
an exception. Vega.
Yeah, but remember Vega.
But
But remember the whole thing about Vega was that
Vega
he was
asked to
pushing.
leave.
Yes, he was. But that's the key word I'm using. Like, but generally speaking,
KDH was a one-trick pony too. We sold him one season.
Yeah, how old is KDH, Marshall?
26.
You never mentioned age. It doesn't matter. Like
Yeah,
we recruited
point,
him and then we sent them
I'm
away.
talking about the young guys that we have that we usually give 2 seasons to in general, right? The main guys that which we pay big bucks for. We only paid like something like 25 million for KDH, right? Realistically, I look at this and I'm like, there's a good question to even. Okay, let's not go into it today. But Gittins, Esteval, what's his other guy's name? Garnacho, all gonna probably stay next season, right? They're gonna continue the development. You're probably gonna.
Sancho we didn't keep. Like I feel like
Jadon Sancho.
Greedy.
I have a
Sancho
question.
was
I have a
greedy
question
and on
for the
loan.
chat, and it's a little bit rhetorical, but I'm making a point.
Sure.
What do Luis Diaz, Jared Bowen, Justin Cliver, Kevin Schade, and Antoine Semenyo have in common that none of our wingers on the books currently do?
Oh dang!
They take risks.
No, this isn't like a subjective answer. This is an objective answer.
School goals.
Can't even say that because
Let me know when you guys give up. And it's for the chat as well.
Yeah,
What were the players you named again, Pete?
Kevin Schade, Antoine Semenyo, Justin Cliver, and Jared Bowen.
Didn't say
What do they
Diaz
have in
as
They
well?
common that
create
none of our
chances?
wingers on the books currently do?
They probably
No,
have.
they've scored double digits in a top 5
wow.
European League season before.
Fair enough.
We spent 60 on Neto, 52 on Gittins, and like 40 on Garnacho, and then like 50 something on Esteval, right?
Ridiculous prices.
It's a lot of money for potential.
Yeah.
And hey, the guy that came in with the biggest reputation, Esteval, looks to probably be the best one out of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, Marshall, you're making this point about the winger market, and you brought up guys like Xavi Simmons. It's fine. It's a little bit of a lazy argument. My point is, there's cheaper ways to gamble on potential, like Ahmed was talking about with Fofana. If we wanted to do that, we could have done the gamble easier. But you're never supposed to gamble on potential across an entire position group, because 1 or 2 of those players is going to have to start every match. Like, it's hard when everybody's kind of learning the trade. Neto's the senior guy, and yes, he has the most contributions this season, and like fair play to him, but we're really getting nothing out of Garnacho and Gittins. It's tough, man. Strikers, we could have that one too. Like Jackson, not great. Delap has just carried on Jackson's form from the second half of last season. So like we're not getting an upgrade there. João Pedro, I don't think has hit double digits in a league season ever. Might have, but he's also like not even really a 9.
He's about to do it this season.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you can yell about the tactics in the chat if you want, but I think that lets the players off way too simply, and lets off.
No, because that's true. Because that's another thing too. Like
Jackson in the same team, we at least saw Jackson missing chances for fun. We were annoyed that he didn't make them, but like now, guys are not getting the same chances. Am I supposed to believe the coaching is somehow different between last season and this season? Because I wouldn't accept that premise. But fair enough. I don't know. Some guys, like, sure, blame the coach if you want, but we've got a lot of limited players now.
One thing I would also add to that is that, you know, someone brought up the point. Someone brought up the point that, you know, if you change the tactics, for example, right, your team's going to be a bit more efficient going forward. But then do we just not turn into what happened under Poch then? Because then if we revert to that level of attacking football, then we just go back to what we were doing under Poch, where it was just a basketball game. We didn't protect our defense. It was a one-man Caicedo there, and we don't even have the guarantee that these guys are going to even cook going forward and help to create for the team either. Because at least under the Poch season, you had Cole Palmer, who was consistently creating and scoring goals for you at the time.
Yeah, I mean, on that too, like, I want to be optimistic because, for example, today, I feel like the beginning of the game for Palmer was better than the rest of it. I do think Palmer being on form or being match sharpness does change a lot for us. But I need to start seeing, especially now that Delap is out, I need to start seeing more out of João Pedro. And João Pedro, if you're not kicking off anytime soon, or if you continue to drop in form, I think Omega, you know, express shipping in January, he might come in and take your chain. I ain't gonna lie.
What's that gonna do for us?
They're gonna try something else at least.
Sure, but like,
what is it? 11 games, 7 goals or something like that.
Sure, but like,
or you on about
Omega.
Oh,
so we're gonna express ship a guy in from 7th place or whatever they're in Liga to Chelsea, and he's gonna start right away. What is that gonna do?
And they've not been performing well for the last 5 games, bro. They've lost their last 5 games, if I'm not mistaken. In the league.
In the league. Okay. I was gonna say. Actually, let me look that up.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, they lost.
Seems
today.
like
That's not good.
Seems like another quality issue to me.
1 win and 5. 4 losses. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, it's like at some point you just gotta throw paint at the wall, see what sticks. You know, it's.
Or you can.
The thing is, I know they're not gonna spend
better paint and hope that it sticks sooner.
What's the better paint out in the market?
I mean, we're about to go into a January, man.
Yeah. The thing is, what's made it worse now? What's it called? One thing that we need to add really quickly is that we can't even do the direct thing anymore because of the UEFA restrictions even now. So you've even fucked yourself now in terms of PSR related issues for you to even go and spend in January as well. So essentially you're hampered right now. You're fucked.
that's the thing. Yeah, can we even spend?
They'd have to sell one of
we
the
just
Academy
really
of 3 signings.
Oh yeah, so let's sell Tosin.
Or I mean,
Who's buying Tosin in January, Chris?
That's true. But
It's funny because, as I always said, yeah, Tosin the people were coming in for deals for him in the summer, and we said none.
did we?
How can you do that, bro? I can't believe they did that, man. That actually annoys me the most because it's like you were actually getting offers for this brother, and you said no at the time, and you could have reinvested that money into bringing in another centre back. Think about that, bro. Just because he's mates with Cole Palmer or Tosin, you decided to not sell this brother, which would be guaranteed to profit.
The coach asked for a center back, and they told him to coach.
That's crazy, man. Genuinely, you know how crazy that is, man. That for me, genuinely, is so stupid. It's just genuinely stupid, bro.
They hired him to develop.
I know. Listen, and I've said that multiple times, but I just think for me, you know, we are gonna be in perpetual cycle right now, and it is. You know what it is? It's not even like Dortmund, because at least in Dortmund, yeah, I can at least say, oh, I'm gonna watch some good football. I'm gonna watch this guy cook for a little bit, and then he's gonna leave to like someone else. We're in a worse situation.
It's so easy to be Dortmund in the Bundesliga. It's so easy to be that. Like if the games were as low intensity in England as they are in Germany, our younger players would be platformed better and we'd be seeing more stuff. Like,
no, but the point I'm trying No, Peter, I think you're misconstruing what I mean by this.
No, I hear what you're saying. It's just like it would be great if we, like with Dortmund, it's fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I want.
Fun.
At least let us be Dortmund, innit? Like,
Yeah, but
like,
for us to be Dortmund, we basically just have to be way better.
No.
So at that point, you might as well just compete. Like there is no there is no vibes attack kind of team in the Prem now that Brentford's front line got broken up. Like it's not a real.
The thing for me, Peter, is just that I'm in this weird cycle where the team will sometimes show me yes we can reach that potential level, but then the vast majority of the time when we're facing these regular 9 to 5 squads as I like to call them, we're not cooking.
Yeah.
Bro. You know what I mean? And so you're in a perpetual cycle of like, oh, we're back. We're back to. It's like having drugs. It's like taking cocaine. You've got
Like,
the great eye.
we might do something, and it's like, okay, good job against Barca and Arsenal, but now you got to win these games, and then
Exactly.
It
Gets tired, and for me,
point?
exactly, bro. And so it gets tiring at some
I
point.
disagree with this.
And then like.
I don't think it's a mentality issue. I genuinely just think it's a quality.
I don't think it's entirely a mentality issue. I think
I don't think most of this is mentality. I just don't think.
I
a
think
lot
it's
of
approach. I don't know if the word is mentality, but it's more so approach to the game. I think that's probably the better use of what I'm looking at.
Because HA, if it was a mentality issue that was on the manager, then how the fuck did we win the Club World Cup and the Conference League and make top 4? Like, I don't think it's a mentality issue.
I haven't taken the Conference League. That's not going to be like. I generally think
they expect them to go.
the quality
was in charge.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Conference League would not be the point.
The gap in quality generally in the Conference League for us and a lot of these teams.
Oh no, you should always expect to win the Conference.
I would say it's quality because we lack consistency from game to game, kind of regardless of who we play. We saw in that game against Bayern, we gassed out after 45 minutes and then went through like a really lean spell there in terms of results and performances. And then once the team got that late winner against Liverpool going into the October break, they kind of picked up momentum.
See, like I hate this Shazam. We're complaining about not beating teams that we should be able to beat. But then you say stuff like we had the easiest Club World Cup run, which sure, you could make that argument,
it was
but
awful why Man City didn't
we still have to beat them. Like if we weren't up, if this Chelsea team right now were in that Club World Cup, we don't make that final.
Oh no, right now no.
We don't make that final. We fall
I
into
say
the
this,
same
that's
issue we're falling into right now, where we're not stepping up when we should be on with the smaller oppositions. I think part of it's exhaustion to an extent, but I think it's what Pete is saying too, like the quality. Like I think the potential is there, but the floor isn't high enough yet. Like we have great potential. Like cool. You guys, the director is saying Garnacho, great potential. Gittins, great potential. Liam Delap, he's going to be a top striker one day. Even have Maresca. What did Maresca say recently? I think Maresca said something about Liam Delap. He said like, oh, I can see him being Haaland in the future. Like the potential is great, but the floor right now isn't there. Like if I had to tell you which of my players in this team are consistent, it's a different list, or it's a bigger list than it was last season. I think I can say Caicedo's consistent this season. Cucurella's consistent this season. James has been pretty consistent overall. Even Rob Sanchez has been consistent. Enzo Fernandez, up and down, but better than at this point last season, in my opinion. Like, there's been players that I think with age and as they're going into their potential phases and they're becoming that potential player that everyone was saying, we're starting to see more consistent things. But what's up?
I don't think that list has grown at all. All that's changed is Reece is fit now.
I think at the beginning of last season, Reece was struggling a bit in the system. I think
I don't even
Gusto.
agree with that.
Gusto's another one too. Yeah, I think at the beginning of the season, Reece struggled a bit, but then he grew into it. But like, sure, regardless, like I think as the players get more experience, yeah, they're going to show more consistency as they go into that potential and they fill out that potential boot that they have to fill out. It's like, yeah, they'll eventually get there, but that's what I'm worried about. As one position becomes more consistent and another doesn't. Oh yeah, we'll get a center back for that position in like 2 seasons. Oh, we'll get a right winger and like we got one down the pipeline in 3 seasons. Don't worry about it. They'll fix eventually.
You know what's funny? But that's what people are already doing. For example, with Quenda, right? Oh, the left wing Garnacho and whatever his name is doing good. Oh, Quenda Nation. he's coming in next season. He's gonna start cooking. And so, but the thing is, Quenda is only 18 years old. Again, isn't he? He's like 18 or 19 years old. So again, we're relying on an 18 and 9-year-old to produce consistently for us, apparently next season too. How can we say that, bro? Logic, I don't understand how you can logically ask for an 18-year-old of Quenda's level to be expecting him to compete on a consistent basis. Loki, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. The centre backs, and Timuna's is having, his excursion right now at Dortmund. He's gonna come back. Yeah, they're gonna say, Antonina, bro, we welcome to the club. Let's get you locked and ready, right? And then who's the other guy that's probably gonna come in next season? Mamadou Sarr.
The thing is, there's a way to integrate these guys and still also upgrade this group. Like, get rid of.
They don't want to do that, bro.
Get rid of Disasi, get rid of Badiashile, get rid of Tosin, sell Chalobah if you want. You can bring in Sarr and Anselmino, but
Probably
buy
get rid
one
of
other.
Lavia too, Navy.
Buy one other. I'm just talking center back.
Oh,
Buy one other player. I don't want to rely on Colwell post ACL and Fofana because we've seen how Fofana gets down.
yeah.
But like, there's a way to overhaul the position group, improve, like raise the floor of it, and still not be in a position where you're one injury away from relying on Sarr and Anselmino.
This guy probably didn't watch the Arsenal game.
Can I make this
That's
a point?
alright.
The thing is,
I just don't get why people are fixed on. I don't understand fans' inherent like repulsion to inverting fullbacks. I don't know why people are. I don't know why we're insisting on making Reece into something that his body struggled with 4 years ago. I don't get.
But not even that. Like Pete, it's like they've never watched football before. Like, players can grow into different positions. You start off in one position in your beginning of your career, and then you eventually adapt. Like, Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't a striker his whole
This is the
season.
thing, like,
Imagine
why
if
are
these
we-
fans were watching Cristiano
why are we
Ronaldo when he
philosophically-
transitioned from winger to striker.
Guys, why is a team that's pretty light physically in central midfield and pretty poor in terms of duels and ball winning outside of Caicedo, why would fans of that team call for traditional fullbacks to be deployed? That doesn't make sense. Right? Like, unless we're going to clone Caicedo and play two of him in midfield to cover that ground and win the ball back in the areas that our fullbacks would then vacate by being high and wide, I don't understand why fans have decided inverting the fullbacks is the issue of the structure.
I think low-key, if you want to do the inverting thing, you have to play 4-3-3, right? And I don't know. And the thing is, I don't think the manager wants to play 4-3-3. So I'll just put it like he wants another guy in the midfielder. He wants a guy that plays centrally in that 10 role. So I don't think it's gonna happen.
I mean,
I don't
he
know,
has
I
changed
just-
formations. It's not like he hasn't changed.
We watched
I just-
Enzo struggle in midfield today with fullbacks right next to him. Now we want to
Exactly.
take those away and have him cover more ground.
It's just
Not
also
like
like
Caicedo.
this idea.
I don't
that-
understand this.
I just don't like this notion that players can only play in their positions and that's it. Like, what happened to the time where like Essien was a good enough player that he could play a fullback? You know,
You're ignoring a quality assumption when we had guys like Essien.
Essien,
Our fourth or fifth
like,
best midfielder.
Essien, Balak.
Essien would be our best midfielder right now.
oh,
Yeah, literally had
100%.
Essien, you had
100%.
Essien, Balak, Makalele, Lampard, right? That's not even including guys that were on the bench at the time as well, right?
We
That
had
you could-
Deco come in and be fifth midfielder.
Exactly. So
Be our
again,
best midfielder right now, I promise. you.
exactly. The reason
But Omar, real quick. Tell me what Reece James cross in today's game would have been the difference maker. Who are you going to cross it to?
No. Why are you, as an elite football team with a number 10 like Cole Palmer, why would you as a manager structure your team where Reece vacates the part of the field that you're most vulnerable in to use a method of chance creation like crossing that's the least statistically effective? Why would you do that? He can still serve the ball from the narrower positions. The bigger issue, if guys want to really have the conversation, is why are there no runners going into the box when the ball essentially? Why is nobody running beyond the lap?
And listen, we had that before Mariska in a certain gentleman, blonde-haired gentleman, and then be outside on the mount. But we don't have anyone else doing it, bro. Listen, I hate to bring up Mount, bro, and Gallagher, bro. Not Gallagher, because Gallagher's my guy. But on a realistic note, yeah, those two though were actually like they had the energy, they had the will, and they had the drive to actually run into the box, bro. We don't have guys that want to make runs. That's the problem, bro.
Box?
Yes, Gallagher was always willing to make the run. Listen, hate him or love him.
I mean, Enzo was doing that quite a lot when Caicedo's here, because I remember Yuki saying, "Oh, that's all Enzo does, man. Box question."
Well, yes,
but
Chris,
yes,
he did do that when our ball winner was on the pitch.
Yeah,
Yes.
just about him, it's a different story.
No, you need legs in midfield and runs beyond the striker, whether it's from the other front players or midfielders. You need to stretch the other teams, but like that's not something that gets fixed because fullbacks are now in the wide channels or
Exactly.
just I don't know. Like to me, man, that's a player thing. Neto, Garnacho want the ball to feet, don't do anything with it. Delap wants to put his back to goal and wrestle guys, and it's like, okay, man, we'll see how this works.
I mean, listen, Omar, I get what you're saying, but like, even today, I think our wingers are very wasteful. Like, I'm sorry, like, I love Reece James's crossing ability. I love his physicality. There's multiple aspects of his game that you can make the most out of, sure. But like, I'll be so real with you. You put that ball in the box, the only one I'm hoping can get a head on it is Cucurella. And that's a damn shame that I'm saying that because we have strikers in Guiu, João Pedro, and Delap who are just not performing. Today, the only player I could name today that had the closest opportunity to score, actually, I think so actually, was Cucurella, but he got intercepted by a Bournemouth player.
No, he headed it over.
Yeah, he headed it over. And if the Bournemouth player wasn't there, Cucurella probably gets a shot on target. Maybe he scores.
But again, that's a cross from a wide position from a winger. That was the only time our wingers served that ball to the back post.
And Neto's cross isn't even that bad either. Like, let's not pretend like he has a shit
No, the
He's
cross
got a
was
decent
fine.
cross.
There's nothing. I have no issue with that specific passage of play. My bigger issue is just that's the only bit of quality service we got from either wide position over 90 minutes. If that's what you're going to get, then you're probably not in a good place.
I think today, I think what would have helped today, obviously, this is like, is if we had a match fit Palmer, maybe he impacts the game a little more, helps with the attack a little more. I think you could tell he wasn't really as involved in the game as normally he would be. Even from a defensive standpoint, I feel like fit Palmer helps try to break up the attack of the opposition's attack and intercepts and maybe gets a tackle in here and there. Maybe helps out Enzo a bit as well. Enzo was non-existent today. Like he's
non-existent when you rely on him to do things other than time runs into the box or play forward passes to runners through on goal. Like the further back you deploy that guy in midfield and the more off the ball work you task him with doing, the less you're just gonna get. Like, sorry. Like, I think people look at him and expect him to be something he's just not capable of being. Like, for all of Pochettino's like issues he had at the club tactically, I do think playing Enzo as a 10 and putting legs behind him with Gallagher next to Caicedo is one of the smarter things he ever did. Like, I don't disagree with the idea in concept at all.
Yeah.
Don't like a lot of what else he did, but that idea specifically, I completely understand it, and I probably would have done the same thing if I was in his position.
I forgot about this. I was so pissed off he did that. I thought
he was trying to head it back across goal. Like the ball came across the box, and he decided he wasn't going to try and score.
Yeah, I feel like he should have probably targeted it, aimed
Yeah,
it.
but I don't think it goes in if he did the target.
It probably doesn't, but like it was at that point in the game where I was bitching and moaning at the fact that we weren't testing
I was
Petrovic
just
at
hearing
all.
it, and I actually said I don't mind that because he headed it straight into like the 6-yard box area. If someone gets
he headed the ball across the box. We had a striker that just had no nose for getting on the end of anything.
Guiu wasn't ready for that, but it is what it is. I mean,
I don't know how as a striker you're not ready for the ball to be knocked across the 6.
Happens a lot with us, though. I think
it's just insane to me. The whole point of you being on the pitch is to be in areas like that and just be on your toes.
I just think it's another issue too, where like maybe this is where the inexperience or the lack of chemistry comes into play. Where like so many times you see that ball around cross through the middle or roll through the middle of the box, and it just goes to the other side, and there's no one there. The far post like can never read when it's gonna happen, and then by the time the cross comes through, there's no one at the far post. I'm not even saying that's what even happened today, but these are just the little nuances that keep happening game in and game out. Like I won't be surprised if again Atalanta, the wingers start creating, whether it be Garnacho or Gittins, and there's no one in the box to take advantage of that.
Well, I mean, I think we'll play better on Tuesday. One, because Caicedo will play, but two, because I think it's just a different type of game in the Champions League. Like now that they've removed the group dynamic, you see less dour 0-0s. Atalanta lost 3-1 today, by the way. They gave Hellas Verona their first win in the league. They're currently in 12th place in Serie A. So it doesn't look like they're amazing or going amazing right now. Let me see who started for them. They have Zappacosta playing. Nice.
Hey, big old Zappacosta.
Zappacosta, they had Kolasinac play off the bench. Gamaka up front. Zalewski off the bench. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we will be okay on Tuesday.
I think so too, Pete.
But we do need to win on Tuesday. Not like being dramatic or trying to be like hyperbolic. We need to win.
We do have Caicedo back, right? So there's that.
Yeah, so one thing I want to say for next weekend, I don't want to see the same midfield we saw today. I think they'd have the same problems in terms of physicality against Everton's midfield. We need to see some sort of different setup or a different point of it.
Would you go with Reece and Santos in midfield and have Palmer right, maybe? And
I would probably play Palmer right, Neto left.
Yep.
Reece, Santos in midfield, and Enzo ahead of them. Yeah, probably do something like that.
Joe in the middle, maybe a strike side.
The issue with that is one of Reece or Gusto has to rest on Tuesday, most likely.
Yeah, Reece will have to rest.
Yo, that's a tough fixture that you got coming up, you know.
Yeah,
it's a little bit
we're
crazy.
running it back.
We're playing Bournemouth again? At home
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah, end of the month.
Hey, Arsenal get Villa again at the end of the month, same day too.
That's not fair, man. Bournemouth twice in December.
Chris,
Do you want Villa twice in
this came
December?
out.
We're not even good in December.
Yeah, but
Well, I was going to ask you guys,
What's
Yeah.
up?
because December obviously has not started off on the brightest note.
Nope, just
Pretty
same
We
bad.
got
Vibes
Atalanta,
of
Cardiff,
5.
and 1, 2,
hopefully.
3, 4. So potential 12 points on the board
Even Aston Villa's in
remaining
good
on the
form.
Premier League.
They just beat Arsenal.
Yes. If
So?
how many
I said
points out of
Villa.
12 do you guys need to see? Because I'm assuming we're gonna beat Cardiff, which is good.
Yes.
And assuming we still do well in the Champions League. I want to focus on the Prem. Out of a possible 12
beating that
points
mouse.
for the remainder of December, how many points would you be okay? We're probably gonna be all right.
Premier League
This is
or-
tough.
10.
Oh,
10
it's
out of
just all-
12, Ahmed.
Win the home games and don't lose at Newcastle. In a situation where we always
I
lose.
think Newcastle.
We're
Newcastle
including
one
the
is fair.
Champions League and Carabao Cup, right?
No,
Or
just
whatever.
No, we're
just-
ignoring that, Chris.
Oh. You'd be
assuming
okay
we
with
win
10?
these, right?
I'd be okay with 10 points from 4 games. Yes.
I mean, that'd be great, wouldn't it? I guess. I mean, we need that. We need at least
Well,
10, I would say. We need
That's
at least
the only
10.
way I'd feel okay about the season at this point,
Okay.
considering what happened the last
Yeah, that's
two.
what I'm asking.
I'm
that's
just
what I'm
worried
asking,
because
Chris.
I feel like we could lose against Aston Villa and Newcastle.
Hey, Che, hey, I
Newcastle
appreciate
away.
that. High ambitions.
Nah,
I would say 10, and then beating Atalanta and Cardiff fairly consistent.
I would take 9 because I would like to win 3 out of 4. Newcastle away is gonna be hard though.
So
That's
let me
why.
ask you though, Chris, because this is what I'm getting at. If we get 9 points out of the 12, you think the season's going okay so far? Then, like it's not over. It's not already.
We're
like a
just
top
scraping
4.
okay, I think. We have to
We're
still
just
keep
scraping
going.
okay. Okay, that's fair. Ahmed, you left at the worst time. I was gonna ask you, but now you're not here, so you can
It's
hold back.
like being this mouse, I think.
This guy's a
No.
mouse.
Okay.
You not hear the noise coming from?
No,
Like he's
I
doing
didn't
something
hear
with his
that.
mouse. He's like
I didn't hear that. But
doing that in his mouse or something.
that's you now.
Yeah, that is.
I gotta. I think I'm gonna have to go with what Pete was saying. 10 out of 10, because I'll be so real. Like, we're already behind. We're already behind in December.
behind
Like, we started off December worse than last season. At least last season, we were going strong. We were getting away with some wins up until Boxing Day, where it all fell apart. Like, the wheels on the bus completely fell apart. So I'm gonna go with what Pete's saying. I'll be honest. Like, if you can get a draw in Newcastle,
Do you think we get 10 points though, Pete?
Oh, well, asking me what I would be okay with and saying what I think we'll get are two different
so-
questions.
So you don't think
Yeah.
we'll get it though?
Are you asking me how many points I think we're actually going to get?
Yeah, how many points do you reckon we'll get?
7.
I mean, that's
7.
kind of realistic, yeah.
I think we beat Everton, we lose to Newcastle, and then
Yeah.
we draw against
Villa.
Villa and we beat Bournemouth.
yeah, I could see that. I'm
Would
hoping
I be
I'm
okay
wrong.
with 10?
Because Newcastle
It's
away
like-
is gonna be super hard.
It's annoying because
I think 9 is possible.
part
'cause
of
we'll
what
have
Ahmed said,
criteria
I
for,
agree
Aston
with the whole
Villa.
mentality thing. I don't think it's entirely a mentality thing, but I do feel that when the pressure is on, our team does step up. If they can tap into that for this month, knowing like, yo,
I think
we
it's
were really
impossible
shit
to
last
feel-
month.
I think it's impossible to feel pressure in the league in December in its current state.
Yeah. It's
I think
fucking
that is
annoying.
impossible
Yeah.
because like everybody's so bad in the back of everybody's head. They're like, we're only a couple results away. It's all still in front of us in terms of qualifying. for
And that's
Champions
what
League."
worries me. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
think
the
like
shit that worries me.
the sense of urgency we had in March last season only appeared because it was March.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Liverpool as well. They're in poor form, and especially what's happened today. Like, I didn't expect but what's
Oh
happened
yeah,
with
they
Salah.
bottled the lead.
No, like, have you not seen what Salah said? He's done a lot of cards.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Salah's in a madness right now.
I'm curious what happens now.
Hey, I stand with Salah, by the way.
I mean,
Really?
Yep, 100%. I stand with Salah.
I mean, he did
Right.
get dropped randomly. If out.
No,
It
no,
wasn't random, bro. He's been
completely correct.
shit.
Yeah, but like Moten being
He's completely correct. The way he's being treated is insane.
What I've seen is Panny the man just ghosted him or something. So I understand from his side.
That I don't agree with. Like I think the manager needs to be.
He's
more,
being scapegoated out of
transparent.
everybody for a team that's conceded 24 goals in 15 games and has no natural right wing to even replace him. All right, cool, no problem.
Oh, that's very true.
Yeah, I'd tell him to go kick rocks. The only reason Slot has a Premier League winners medal is because Salah dropped a golden boot in one of the best league campaigns we've ever seen.
That's
That's
very
the only
true,
reason
actually.
why.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
no,
thinking,
let's
what's
not
happened to
pretend.
Liverpool
Salah
after all
carried
this?
this team last season.
Remember Chelsea and Lukaku? I'm not
Nah.
saying like they're the same, but like Chelsea's
He
form
did.
dip as having
Salah carried
Anybody-
this team last season.
Anybody siding with Slot over Salah, I think you're trolling, or you just I don't.
A lot
wanna
of
be-
Liverpool fans are backing Salah. What I
I'm
think.
not gonna lie, it's insane.
But like,
And like
this
I
season,
would
though,
I would be okay. I would be okay if dropping him either led to a run of good results or the person they dropped him for came in the team and started playing incredible. I would be
Well, the
okay.
thing
with-
is, ever since they dropped them, they've stopped losing.
okay, draws
I
at
know,
home to
that's the
Sunderland
standard.
and bottling 2-goal leads away to Leeds. Yes, they've stopped
in the right
losing.
direction.
Well, Marshall, they've conceded 4 goals this week. They have 5 points from 3 games. There's no
I'll be
one else.
real.
The one game they won was against 10
They
players.
bowled Lee today as well.
They don't
That's
have a
bold.
replacement for him, but I
This
would
is the
I would put
thing.
more of the onus on Virgil van Dijk than I would on Salah. To be fair,
Defensively, they've been shambolic.
I think defensively they've been a nightmare.
Yeah.
They've been an absolute nightmare.
I don't think Konate's this bad. I think the fact that
It's just-
Virgil has been shit is making him look
no.
worse.
They're
No,
both
Konate's
terrible.
their
but,
worst.
like,
He's their worst. He's like,
the whole thing has been terrible.
Hey,
Telling
Liverpool.
Salah to have gratitude
You want
towards the
Tosin?
team and the club is insane, by the way. When Salah leaves Liverpool, he's a Mount Rushmore type of character for that club.
He's a
No one
legend
else
for
in
them.
the club
He's their
is.
best player. He's their best player ever, easily.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Steven Gerrard. Move aside. He's the best player they've had.
Well, Jared
I mean,
Spin had to move aside for the last 5
won
years.
them trophies, so I mean,
Yeah,
obviously
exactly.
Gerrard won the
But
Champions
yeah,
League,
to
but
to act like for him to be the only one that's just been mysteriously benched is insane.
yeah,
I
that's,
get that. I get that side of the argument. But
he's
yeah,
like shouldn't be.
And
Salah
if,
was
if the
hold-
coach
no
really
holds
has had a
barred.
conversation with him about it, nah, that's nuts.
That's on Slot. Yeah, no, I agree with that. You
But
know
Slot's
what?
gonna lose his job anyways, so it's all good.
He'll be gone probably by.
Who do you
maybe
reckon they
end of
replace him with?
December.
I don't care who
Areola.
replaces. Just at this point, Slot has to leave. Iraola
Yeah.
failing upwards into Liverpool. Pick up, man. No wins in 6. Linked to Liverpool.
People
No-
were hyping him up big time, but he's not been
That's
looking good
cool.
either.
All you got to do in this league to get hype from neutrals is to play some decent football and go on like a run of like 4 wins in 5, and then everybody's gonna hype up every single good thing you do, and then they'll conveniently ignore when you're winless in 7. Like, yes, once upon a time, Bournemouth were 2nd, but they're also
They
like
were.
10th.
Yeah, Bournemouth currently
It's like a
13th.
Aston Villa
This
was
is the
like
thing,
down at the
like,
bottom there, and now
You
they're
guys can
second.
say Salah deserves to be dropped, but like, who in that Liverpool front line besides Ekitike doesn't deserve to be dropped?
Gakpo has
hard to
been
say.
on and off for me, but
Gakpo's been inconsistent. Yeah.
Vert, oh my, he's been. Has he even still got like no assists, no goals? Like,
He scored a goal, but it didn't count because
Well, that
it
don't
counted
count
as
then,
an own
does it?
goal. It deflected. That's sorry, Verts, but you're gonna have to hold that one.
every time I do watch him, he does nothing. But I didn't watch him today. I just saw like, oh, they won the game, and then
It would have
I
been a
found out
brilliant
later,
goal
oh, they
too.
drew
I mean,
it.
it was a brilliant goal, but it didn't count for him.
But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just
This
You
league
wanna-
is very,
That
very
is a terrible backline.
volatile.
Bradley, Van Dijk, Kirk.
if you wanna drop a player, that's fine. Whoever goes in needs to be performing, and that's just not what's happening. So it just seems like he's being scapegoated. It's kind of nasty. I
If
feel
Tosin
He
does
is a bit of a
that,
scapegoat.
I'll laugh so much. If Tosin has that kind of Mo Salah interview,
No one's gonna back Tosin, I'll tell you that. They're gonna say,
no
"Get out
one
the
will
club."
back Tosin on
Get the
that
fuck out.
one.
bro, Matt, at this
Hilarious.
point, Mudryk might come back before Vert scores. I don't even know.
It
That'd
could
be crazy.
happen.
There is a universe where Verts doesn't score a goal in this league.
Oh shit, bro. 0038.
Oh, it's not even just that.
How much he was like 120,
He
130.
was he's one of the biggest flops this season. Him and
I think we all put him as flop of the season too, just as like a safe bet because like the money.
I think I
and
did. I don't remember. who
Most of
else
us did, I think.
But if we look at the table, guys, Crystal Palace with a
What a
victory
mess.
tomorrow gets ahead of us. We drop to 5th. And that's really the only team that would change
Crystal
where
Reds
we are
wins
in
by
the
Chelsea.
table.
6 to go above us.
No, because goal difference.
That's
Wow.
not true.
4 and we have 10.
If they win by 6, they go above us.
That is true.
Yeah, if they
what
win
I
by
said.
6, they go above us. Who are they up against? Oh, wow. Never mind. This is very possible, actually. Never mind.
No, they're not winning by 6, but if they did, they would go above us on goal scored.
Yeah.
We
So,
need
like,
to act
we-
together then, because we're falling.
On the
Fast.
positive, we didn't lose, which sure, but we also played so shitty. I can't even look at it as a positive.
Everton
Really.
5th place is so scary, man.
We dropped points 8.
This is
games.
very
It's like,
strange.
why are they 5th? What?
Jack Grealish, KDH, and
What is this
Dai.
table?
This is the
This
league.
is a weird
man. This is the
table.
league that we're in.
This is
Yeah, it's a weird table. We have
Everton.
1, 2, 3,
Where was this when I
4,
said Everton
5,
top 8,
6,
man?
7. Bruh,
Everton are not
we
finishing
have
top 8. Let's take bets right now, Chris.
no.
7, 8. We have 8 teams that, with a loss to Chelsea and a win to any
I
of
mean,
those
Man
8
United
teams,
would
could get
probably
above
call up.
us.
How would Newcastle?
Even
bounce up?
Spurs. If Spurs win their next game and we lose, bruh,
Yeah, we're in
they
trouble.
go above us, or potentially go above us.
But yeah,
actually.
that's the case for like half the table. This is just how it is.
Yeah.
We need to start winning again. Who we
Yeah,
got
look
next
at-
again? Who is it?
Everton at home.
Yeah.
Our home, right? Not their home.
Yeah, can you scroll down, Marshall?
That's good.
Sure.
Yo, Leeds 4 points this week has like massively changed the complexion of.
Oh, look
Dude,
at
Daniel
Wolves, man.
Falk was on the point of getting sacked.
Yep.
And-
Wolves are low key going to be worse than Derby.
Damn, 2 points.
Wasn't Sheffield United the worst recorded team in the Premier
Nope.
League?
Derby had
That
like
Sheffield
11
United
points.
team from 3 seasons ago.
Yeah, even Southampton had a bad Didn't like
Southampton
Southampton
was
see
pretty
like
bad,
over 100 like goals or something like?
Oh
Yeah,
my
Derby had
days,
11
bro.
points in a
2
league
points
season.
is crazy, bro. 2
Yeah.
points? Oh my god. No, this might
It might
actually
be.
have to
It
go
might
as the
be
worst
time to
Premier
have the
League side ever.
conversation about Wolves.
What happened to them? Just they lost Cunha, yeah, but
They've lost. They've just
Neto
been selling
technically,
all of their
but-
good players and not really replacing them with actual players for the last 3
they're
or
getting
4
the
years.
money.
I think ever since Nuno left, it's been a downward spiral, slowly but surely. I think Nuno was a big part
I
of
mean,
that.
yeah, because he finished 7th back-to-back years, and then after that, they were all like bottom half.
And look
Yeah,
at
they've
Nottingham
been
Forest
shit
now,
since.
without Nuno.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest are not in the best of. I mean, they're winning games, but they're not in the best positions. Leeds,
Bro, they
Fulham's
were-
even
Are they
down
really
here.
winning games? They lost 8.
Yeah, but most of those were under Poch, or not Poch, fucking
Postecoglou.
Ange.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Most of those are under him. To be fair, like Sean Dyche's record since going in there was like not bad.
No.
Mm-hmm.
They've
And they've done all right when you
More
run the
than
league
Ange
as well.
Postecoglou.
How many points they got?
15.
Yeah, 15. They can catch
Sean
up.
Dyche has like 3 wins and a draw in like 6 or 7 games, I think.
Let me get rid of this, actually.
He's like not doing bad. They were just in such a bad state under Postecoglou.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit
Yeah.
worried where we'll be ending up after December.
We need to win some
Well,
games.
hopefully we turn it around.
Look at Villa, man. They didn't win in their first 5 Premier League games.
Yep.
And look where they're at.
They were
They
in the
snuck up.
relegation zone in the beginning of the season.
They didn't win in their first 5.
Is Watkins even starting to pick up? Because I don't think he has still.
He
It's
scored
just-
2 goals midweek, but he's been in my fantasy draft team the whole season, so not really.
No, because I had him
But-
by like.
But I have
before I
Foden
got
and
rid of
Dewsbury
him.
Hall, so I'm eating good, man.
Oh, that's
Oh yeah,
good.
you are. Yeah, Foden's starting to cook now.
Foden,
Foden
Dewsbury
too.
Hall, and Buemo, but he's gonna go AFCON, so I don't know. Fuck.
Wait a second. Hold on. They have okay, that's an easy win. And then who does City have next?
Palace
City
away.
have
They're winning.
Palace
They're like
That's a tough match.
Oh, for sure.
who, Madrid or
City, Palace. If they can do something against
I
Palace,
think
they're
they'll
still
do
in
it.
this.
they're
And
on
then who
that
do
like
Villa
roll.
have next? Villa have West. Oh
Wow,
my god,
the mighty West
Yeah.
Ham.
So this isn't going to change. The top 3 is not going to change much. I predict
Probably
the
not.
next week. So
We'll
we have
probably
to
change.
just
We'll
keep
probably
up.
change
I hope we just keep up and stay in 4th until
because we said,
can
we'll surely beat
close
Bournemouth."
gaps.
I don't know
No,
anymore.
I was confident we can get something against
I
Bournemouth,
thought
but
we can
after
get a
that
result too.
performance, I was very wrong.
To be fair,
Until
we
the
did
second
get
half.
something.
We got a point, yeah. I wanted to win, but
This wouldn't be like. This actually wouldn't bother me this much either, if we just won on Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
that's
wouldn't.
true. That's so true.
Really
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
bother
be
me with you today,
apathetic
but
if we
no.
had just won on Wednesday.
That loss was
I agree. With that.
bad.
Not just losing, but like how we lost was insane,
Yeah.
and there was no
And
real.
how we drew
response.
today was pretty insane. But yeah, like you're right, 100%.
But yeah, now we're stringing together bad results, and it doesn't look good, man. You can lose
And-
momentum pretty quickly in this league.
freaking December, man. December is always a weird. I don't understand what it is about December. Besides
I know what it
the
is.
fact that
It's
it's high
nothing
volume
about December
games.
specifically. It's the lack of consistent and available quality in our team.
Yeah.
That is how it looks right now. Yeah.
By the time you get to December and you've been playing in 3 different competitions, you're in a position where you have injuries, suspensions, you have to rotate for
Mhm.
one reason or another, and then those other guys come in and it just doesn't look as good.
I agree. Well, let's just hope things start to turn around sooner rather than later. Because, like, we know we have a good team. We have a team that can perform on their best day, but they need to show that consistency before I'm, like, really buying into this idea that they're as good as we think, or some of us think they are.
I mean, sure, I don't know what you guys think we have or what you
Like,
guys
I think, for example, like, when I say that, I was thinking about Santos. You know, I think Santos could potentially be a really, really good player for us, but he's still in the development stages, getting used to Prem.
we have a lot of guys that could be good. That's the problem.
I think Gittins, like, despite what people may think, I think Gittins has slowly but surely been improving since the beginning of the season. He was absolutely unplayable in the beginning of the season, but now he's, stringing
Now
on
he's
some
just kind of
assists.
unplayable in most situations.
I think he's been better. I honestly think today I would have preferred him over Garnacho. I'll be honest with you. I think
Yeah, sure. But like, do I think that gets us anything different than we got today? No, and that's the issue. The only thing I would have preferred, which I kind of see why he didn't do it, is starting Esteval for a third game in a row. But considering we're playing Atalanta midweek, so there's going to be more space in that game. And then we have a home game against Everton. I don't know if Esteval will start that one, but he definitely probably play in the League Cup the week after. I could see him not wanting to put too many minutes on him.
And it's also like protect the players a little bit because you don't want to get a string of injuries during this congestion.
I get it. I'm not really upset at like Esteval not playing, but like, you know, it'd be nice. It would have been nice, but you have to rotate to a degree.
No, of course.
Do you see him play him on against Atalanta?
Yeah, he'll start on Tuesday. He'll come off the bench on Saturday, and then he'll start against Cardiff.
I even think Buonanotte will be involved in that game. Actually, maybe not actually, because I think Cole Palmer will play again just to get minutes.
Is Buonanotte even on the bench lately?
No.
He wasn't on the bench today.
Not lately.
Isn't he like hurt or something?
Is he? I haven't seen him on the injury list.
I haven't heard anything about him.
He just vanished.
He's been MIA.
But I would assume that he's been hurt, right?
Well, I looked on the injury list every time and he's not on it.
He's fit, Pete.
So then
they've asked him what the player injuries have been going on, and they've not mentioned him at all. He's just not been playing.
Okay, well then shit. There's that.
To be fair, there's no real reason. Like, I'm not playing him over João Pedro. I'm not playing him over Cole Palmer.
Against Cardiff, though?
Cardiff, yeah. But this game, like, I don't think Buonanotte makes a single difference.
Oh, no, hell no. At best, bench.
Exactly.
And he might see the minutes.
Yeah. But unless there's anything else to really talk about, we'll call it here and then we'll rendezvous again.
I suppose you almost got to the 2 hour mark, actually. Like, on a 0-0. A depressing game.
Today?
Yeah, today.
Yeah.
That was depressing. The game-wise, anyway.
How about the manager? He's inexperienced in development and so many prospects don't ever function under him. I feel like we weren't saying that 2 weeks ago.
No, this is what happens, man. This is what happens.
Like 2 weeks ago, we were saying, oh, he's improved Malo Gusto. He's improved all these players.
But when you go in bad form, it's all the manager's fault at this point.
I know.
We go for the cycle.
I mean, sure, like, I guess we can have the hypothetical conversation. If you guys could, if people in the chat who want to change the coach, bearing in mind how this club operates, right? Mm-hmm. Who do you think is the next coach if Maresca doesn't work out? Who do you think they're going to choose?
Ange.
No.
Give me Ange.
It's the guy from Rossignol.
Really?
Strasbourg.
No, I want to ask the chat specifically in terms of the guys who want to change the manager. Cool, no problem. You guys have that opinion.
Chat, I'll let you pitch some managers. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick.
It could be
we have a Ten Hag show.
Have fun, chat.
Did you say Poch?
Sam Allardyce, Ten Hag. I'm assuming we're trolling.
Oh, I'm trolling with my answers. Just I can't. This is why I replacing the manager. Just
Poch wouldn't come back on the eve of the World Cup, but I would unironically take that over Ten Hag.
Take who over Ten Hag?
Pochettino.
Yeah. Because this is exciting football.
No, just because like
chaos.
It'll be chaotic, but I think we have good enough players to achieve basic objectives.
Maybe get the best out of Parma.
So we have Slot, Arteta at the end of the season.
Arteta.
I don't know, guys. De Zerbi or something, maybe. What's
his name? Fuck it.
All right, let's see how funny these names.
I'm just asking this question because like we see how this club is run, right?
What about Zidane? Zidane, come on, man, real serial winner, man.
Zidane doesn't want to come to us. He wants the France job.
You know, I don't really want him, right?
Wait, you don't want Zidane?
Nah. Do you think Zidane, like, with this team, like, would cook, like, as he did with Real Madrid? Like, even half of what he did at Real Madrid? Like, he had
is crazy.
No. No.
Sam Allardyce.
At Real Madrid,
Lampard.
they had a bunch of world-class players and figured it out. We don't have that. I would like our team to be good enough to where somebody like Zidane could be used. That would be great. That means we're in a pretty good position.
Kieran McKenna? You really want to take a shot at Kieran McKenna?
This is why I'm
know
always
about that one.
against changing the manager.
I don't know. I just bearing in mind how the club is run, like the obvious solution in terms of enacting longer term change is like firing the directors and like clearing house, right?
Yes, that's
100%.
why.
But it would take a really bad event for that to happen first. And I just don't think the club is going to pivot in the way that they want to recruit players and coaches, like saying, "Oh, manager out, this, and that." Like, this aren't the days of Roman.
No, it's
They
not.
even gave Pochettino an entire season.
Yeah.
You know,
That's why
like,
this. Yeah, they're willing to. They're patient. They're very patient.
it's not. I wouldn't say that's not the word I would use. I would say they're stubborn. I would say they're stubborn and
That's true too.
they're arrogant. But sure, patience works.
Yeah, it's a synonym. But yeah, you're right. I think.
Yeah, until we
stubborn fits
improve the squad, I don't know if the managers they're going to be shopping for make a material difference to this team at all.
Maybe
I
Xavi.
would think they don't.
I doubt it. I think they're going to be patient with, like, if Maresca still gets top 4 and does a good run in the Champions League, like, I think they'll be patient. And that's the thing too. Like, I'm upset that we're not doing better in the Premier League, but with the season, I'm not necessarily upset because when you think about it, Pete, at this point last season, yeah, points wise in the league, we're not good, but we were already knocked out of the Carabao Cup, and we weren't even in Champions League, and we're doing
I'm
a little
not
better in
upset.
Champions League.
I'm not upset at that either. I'm just saying. I guess the real question is, how bad would the current head coach have to do to get dismissed? What do you think needs to happen for change to actually happen? Because it's all good saying Maresca out after 2 bad results. Because like we're Chelsea, I get it. This is what we do. Like, and like I don't think the coach is perfect, but I just think the problems of this club are 99% the players and who like recruited the players. I don't know.
To answer your question,
How bad would it have to get?
I think we would have to have a similar December, January, February to last season, even with more players to choose from. I think a knockout from the Carabao and an early knockout from the FA Cup will probably make the decision for the directors at the end of the summer. I don't think he gets sacked mid-season. We'll see what happens in the Champions League, but I think those 3 factors.
So where are we finishing in the league in this hypothetical? Because you dodge that question.
In this hypothetical, if that were to happen, and I think we would finish like anywhere from 6th to 5th. Maybe not even 5th, 6th to 7th. I think because I still stick to the fact that I think the top 4 race is going to be really close, like only 1 or 2 points off from one another.
Sure.
But I do think because of how close it is, Chelsea will miss out in that top 4 place if all these things happen by like 2 or 3 points. So I think all those things accumulating would probably be what makes the decision for the directors. Like you can't just not improve after the season you had, where the directors from their perspective, they've improved the team.
I guess I would disagree with that, but sure.
I disagree with it
I
too,
think if we
yeah.
finish 5th and miss Champions League, I don't think he's getting dismissed.
You think he's still given a 3rd season after that?
Yeah. Furthermore, I think when he gets dismissed, these directors walk with him, which is why
I hope so.
Which is why I think they're hesitant to push him over the edge, should they need to.
That's a good point, actually,
Like,
because
I don't
if they
think
do
it's
push
the-
him over the edge,
I
it
don't
looks
think
bad
from
on
the
them.
director's side it's a him or us. I think it's both of them whenever they both go. I think he saved everyone's jobs last spring and the team by scraping top 4. I truly do.
I agree with that. I
Also,
actually-
Remember,
Top
guys,
Club will come out
5th,
as a
depending
bonus.
on the coefficient, the league coefficient, 5th could be good enough for UCL. So in the event we finish 5th and that scrapes
Still good
UCL
enough,
like
yeah.
Newcastle did, there's no way he gets fired.
I just don't think the coefficient is going to be as good this season because
Why do you think
Newcastle.
Why do you
Because
think?
Newcastle, it depends on how far all the English teams go in
I
the
think City
Prem,
do
right?
fine,
Or not the
Arsenal
Prem.
do
I'm sorry,
fine.
the
Yes, but
UCL.
why do you think that?
I feel like Newcastle's going to fall off, and Liverpool have not been convincing, leaving us
Well,
with
what is-
City, Arsenal, and Chelsea.
But what does that mean? Even Spurs, like, so we have 6 teams in the competition.
I
First of
forgot
all,
about Spurs.
none of them are in the bottom 12, so all of them would make the playoff
Are they
round.
not? Where is
No,
Newcastle?
none of our
at?
teams are in the bottom 12.
Exactly. I mean, Liverpool ain't that bad
Champions League
in the
table.
Champions League still so far
Like,
this season.
I feel like you're using subjective, like watching the teams and feeling like they're terrible, but that doesn't always translate to the metric.
Spurs are in
Villa
the
look-
bottom 16.
So here's the
agree
thing,
with that.
right? So here's the thing. Villa look a good bet for Europa. Forest are going well in that competition now. Ever since Dyche came in, I think they're like, I think he's got 2 wins in that, 2 or 3 wins maybe. Palace in Conference League, they've lost twice, so they're in like 10th currently. But
Yeah.
you look at their last 2 games, they're probably going to finish top 8 and go far in that competition. Like our our coefficient, I think, is going to be fine, man.
Our worst Premier League team is 16th, which is still qualifying for the next round as long as you win your playoff match.
Yeah, of course.
Liverpool 13th, Newcastle 11th, City in 9th.
Oh,
Chelsea
I'm
in
not
7th.
aiming. Nobody's talking about aiming for fifth place. We're having a hypothetical conversation about what it would take for the manager to be dismissed.
Yeah,
Like, how bad does it need to get?
Ahmed, you're muted.
You're on mute.
You're
Mohammed.
muted.
You're still on mute.
Still
Still
muted.
muted, Ahmed.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, maybe he's not talking to us. I don't
You're
know.
not being
All
allowed to
right,
talk.
he might not be talking to us, but yeah, I there
he's
he
trying.
is.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think about them. I'm gonna be honest with you. Loki, I was very surprised when he didn't go to Juve this season. I mean that when they sacked Igor Tudor, because the one job allegedly that he would have taken, other than obviously to leave Chelsea, was Juve apparently, and so I was a bit shocked when that wasn't the case. I'll be real with you. That
You
was
think our manager would have left for Juve?
apparently yes. He's a big Juve fan as well apparently. So that was one of the main reasons why. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said that. Believe you me.
I mean, I get
And the
that,
thing
but I
is,
think-
you know what's funny? He would get no stress there because there's no expectation on them this season.
I
And
don't agree. I don't agree.
I don't
with
agree with that either.
no, this season in particular, I'm talking about like because this season, what is it called? The team's not that great. But next,
They're in a fucked financial position now. I'm not surprised he didn't go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're
That's
probably
what
not
I
going to
was
offer
saying.
him as much money. They're probably not going to offer him the security that he has here.
the thing is,
And
bro,
the players. He said it himself. He loves
do
the
you
young
see
players.
him staying here for another 2 years though? That's the question. I feel
It
like
depends on the
with Maresca-
performances. It's not on him.
I feel like with Maresca, I find it. I don't know. I always think about can I see this guy being a manager the next 2 years at Chelsea? And I'm always like I'm unsure. I don't know. Genuinely.
Well, that's probably because you're proper Chelsea. You got that Chelsea DNA in you. You're used to sacking managers. and all that.
The thing is, I wouldn't even say that because like I've seen Mourinho stay at this club for 3 years, bro. So I've seen managers stay here for at least almost 3 seasons at one point in time. My thing with him is just that I don't know, bro. I generally just have no idea. I can't say yes and I can't say no because like I feel like we at times are too volatile, bro, to know what's happening. Like,
I could see him getting sick of the recruitment before like results
Yeah.
push him out.
He's already shown frustrations in the summer. And last season,
Yeah, I
too,
mean,
in January, he showed
If I
frustrations.
achieve the basic objective and I ask for one position after our best center back tears his ACL and you tell me to coach, I might spit in your face. Like what?
Yeah, no, it seems
How
like
are you guys telling me to coach? I saved your jobs.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's
That's
insane.
what I'm saying. We'll see, because I think it's going to depend on the results. But back to Pete's question, like, I think if he falls out of UCL football and then crashes out of all the cup competitions, I think that's a sign of things to come. It's no recovering from there. I'm worried that this result and the last result being that it's December, is just gonna, no pun intended, it's just gonna be a snowball effect until I don't know what. To be honest, I don't know what can come into this team in January or later in the season, other than Levi Cole, and even then, I'm not depending on that. That would save this team.
Bro, I don't think it's that dire, because we saw the season get pretty bad around February last year, and then we still turned it around.
I understand that, but when I'm looking at Chelsea's position and how close everything is, a loss against, who are we playing against next?
Next 4 games: Everton at home, Newcastle away, Villa and Bournemouth at home. How many points are we getting, Marshall?
I want at least 10 points.
I'm not asking what you want. How many do you think we're getting? I already said 7.
Yeah, I was gonna actually say 7.
Okay, cool.
And even 7's not good enough.
Is it not good enough? Not good enough for what?
Right after that,
Not
City
good
comes
enough
up
for, yeah, but not good enough for what? What does that mean?
to make that top 4, to make UCL, man.
Are you sure, Marshall?
Because if we lose against
We'd be
Everton,
at 32. We'd be at 32 points at halfway if that were the case, right?
sure.
Do you think in the next 4 games, Everton are getting 9 points in their next 4 games?
No, but Crystal Palace are a game from getting ahead of us.
Okay,
Sunderland
sure.
are
Do
a
you
game
think
of
Sunderland are
ahead of
getting 9
us.
points in their next 4 games?
Depends. Let's look at Sunderland's fixtures.
Okay, Newcastle at home, Brighton away, Leeds at home, and City at home.
I think City will be a tough one, but Sunderland could. I think Sunderland has what it
9
takes.
points? You would predict 9 points in those 4 games?
Yeah.
I'm going somewhere with this. It's taking a while, but we're almost there.
I would predict Sunderland to get 9 points in those games. But that's just Sunderland,
Okay.
right? Like Liverpool. If I look at Liverpool's
Sure.
fixtures,
Liverpool's fixtures, I have them up right now. Brighton at home, Tottenham away, Wolves at home. That's got to be free eats. And Leeds at home. Okay, so you would say Liverpool 9 points in their next 4?
I would say 6. 6 in their current form.
Sure, whatever. Cool. So let's go back to the table. Insert next team. Tottenham, their next 4 games.
Oh yeah, they have tough fixtures, don't they? Fuck.
I know Liverpool is in there because I just read it. Forest away, Liverpool at home, Palace away, and Brentford away. Do we see 9 points?
4 points.
Okay, sure, but it's okay. The question really should have been 10. My point is, if we were to get 7, right, like we kind of think is going to happen, puts us at 32 halfway. The only team we realistically see leapfrogging us in that period is maybe Crystal Palace. So at worst case, at the halfway point, we're in 5th place, which we've acknowledged based on coefficient might be good enough for Champions League.
Yeah.
Would it be disappointing to have 32 points halfway through a league season? Hell
100%.
yes. Like in a vacuum, that's very bad. In terms of achieving the basic objective that the club seems to want to aim for, we're right on track, baby. Like, I don't see that as like a doomsday scenario. I don't think they would view it that way.
Yeah, I'm just worried about December, really. Like, we can sit
I get
here
it.
and say,
Marshall, by this point, December will be over.
yeah. I'm just like, we're sitting here saying, yeah,
Okay.
9 points in December. It's if they actually perform and do it. That's what worries me.
Saying Man U can go above us. Sure.
They could. I don't think they will.
It's against
I could
Wolves.
see
They probably will.
potentially.
It's against Wolves. Marshall.
Probably will. So Man United's next 5 games: Wolves away, Bournemouth at home, Villa away, Newcastle at home, and Wolves at home. Do you think they're getting 10 points in those 5 games?
No. No way.
I'll be honest. I don't know if they're definitely winning on Monday. I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't
It's
know.
Wolves,
either
bro.
way
It's
either.
Wolves. It's Wolves. They'll definitely beat Wolves.
It's United.
Okay.
We can say it's United. Listen, I'll be honest. Wolves, they'll definitely all beat. Like West Ham,
It's United.
that was the one. West Ham was the one. I said West Ham.
Okay, so say they get 6 points against Wolves, and Bournemouth at home, Villa away, and Newcastle at home. How many points?
Zero. One at most, or if not zero.
So they just
I hear
getting
that.
3 points in December is crazy, bro.
That's what I think is probably gonna happen. I'm not even kidding when I say that, by the way.
All right, you know what, Pete? You made me feel better. You know what? I mean,
I don't know. Like, I don't think
I think Marshall needs to realize the league itself is like really.
this is
really,
the worst
really
league.
competitive.
This is the worst league in a decade. This
Yeah.
is the worst league since Leicester won the league. This isn't me saying, "Oh, we're doing great." Like, these two thoughts can exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are playing kind of shit and performing kind of shit. This league is also shit enough to where I just think it prevents the doomsday button being pushed by Chelsea in mid-January. I just don't think that happens. I don't know.
This is gonna be
It is what it is.
fun season.
That being said, if we mix in some good Champions League results and finish top 8 in that, I feel like that lifts the mood just enough for people to not want to jump out the nearest window for doing the same thing like 3 years in a row.
Honestly, that's kind of the way I'm looking at it too. Like, I do, just because we're doing shit in the Prem doesn't mean I'm losing confidence in our ability in the Champions League. Like, I still think in Champions
I
League
view
we'll
this
be
team as
fine.
independent.
Yeah, I think it's where the way we play in Champions League versus how we playing in the Prem are very, very. It's almost like two different teams. But like, I'm confident in us to have a really good run in the Champions League. Like, I've seen enough to show that, like, on our day, like, which does
Hey,
we
man.
do turn up in Champions League, we can do really well.
Got to see what that draw looks like, buddy.
Yeah, that's true too. If we get Bayern again, we might be cooked. But hey, we got to face them eventually if we're.
Got to
if we're
see
gonna
what that
be-
draw looks like.
for sure. But yeah, I mean, the rest of December, if we can get 9 points, 10, which I would like, then all right, maybe we're gonna be okay. But if we don't, if we come out of December with like 2 points or 3, it might be some different conversations. But I think the rest of the that's me expecting the rest of the teams below us to actually step up, which I don't think. There's going to be maybe 2 of them that might raise go above us for a moment. But yeah, we'll see where we go from there. It's not a good start to the month, obviously, but hopefully we have a stronger finish, and then we'll go from there. But any final thoughts before we wrap it up, ladies and gents?
Well, I'll be honest. I'm not looking forward to Tuesday. I'm not looking forward to Everton.
I am.
I'm looking forward to Tuesday. I'm not looking
They're
forward
not
to
good,
Everton,
man. They're like as not good. They're probably more not good than we are currently.
though. Everton or Atalanta?
No, that's a lot.
Yeah, Atalanta's not. They ain't cooking.
Bro, Gasparini left them, and all the double magic's gone. They're not good. Don't worry.
True.
I would have been shitting this last season, but I think we're fine.
Yeah. I think we'll be all right in with against Atalanta. Time will tell. Obviously, we'll be there. But all right, people, we'll wrap it up. Obviously, not an ideal result, but on the bright side, 8 points behind Arsenal and not 9. There you go. We kept a clean sheet.
Jesus Christ. How dare
There
you?
you go.
How dare you?
But
if we just been serious club the last couple of days, that would be 3 points behind Arsenal.
and I'll say this too: if Arsenal were to drop
Having
points
such a different
again,
conversation if they just behaved like adults for a week, dude. Are you kidding?
by the way, Arsenal are only 2 points ahead of City. If Arsenal were to,
It's not us. Who cares?
yeah, that's true. Listen, I get to laugh at someone else's pain though.
Sure,
Yeah.
but like it's hard to
Take
laugh.
that.
It's hard to point and laugh when we're 0-0 against Bournemouth after a 3-1 loss to Leeds.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll still point and laugh though.
What the hell? Like, just win the games. Be adults.
That's what I'm saying, man. Step up. Play like the players that we thought you were. And
Just like behave more consistently than last season. That's all I'm asking.
yeah,
It looks like we're on track for the same shit.
I hope that's not the case. I really do. All right, ladies and gents.
Listen, if that happens, man, what I'm saying, man, we all know who I'm saying out to. Don't forget, chat. Mariska out, man. There we go.
Ladies and gents, be sure to smash up the like button if you haven't done so already. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Check out the memberships. There's 4 different tiers starting at 99p. And at the proper casual and higher tier, we give shout outs to our members in that tier. And those shout outs are going to go to, bear with me here. Jesus Christ. Anrav, John B, 3504, Gabriel Mejia, Ish, Hater Wakas, JC, Dark, Lanre Siddique, Solomon, EE, and Adrian. Thank you guys so much for the support. And thank you so much for everyone else who's also a member. Be sure to subscribe. Let us get to 5K, hopefully sooner rather than later. You guys have been on a roll. Be sure to smash up the like button if you haven't already done so, please, because that does help out tremendously. Hype up the video too. That helps out big time. And then, yeah, be sure to do all that fun stuff. Check out the links in the description, all that. We'll be back again tomorrow for the Casually Chelsea show. We'll talk about some news, Lavia's injury, and all that fun stuff. I'm sure there's plenty of great things to talk about. And yeah, we'll go from there. Big up to every single one of you. Have a wonderful night. We're going to raid out to... I forgot to give you guys a raid message, didn't I? Oh, no, I did. We're going to raid out to Don Hussam. So be sure to say what's up.
He's live right now.
He is currently live, as far as I could tell, on YouTube.
Hey, man, Mo Salah said... Fuck these guys. They got all be live.
What Mo Salah say?
He is live. Yes.
Bro.
So
He basically
you didn't know what Mo Salah said?
Fuck these
No,
guys.
I went out after the game. I went out again after the game.
Bro,
We'll talk about it backstage.
Bro, Ahmed, just go find it, brother. You'll laugh.
Is it
Have a
bad?
wonderful night,
Is it that
guys.
bad?
It's not good.
Stay casual,
Not good.
and we'll catch you later. Peace.
Anytime.